opportunity to say hello to the internet for in that split second.
Goddamn
Hello,
internet people!
Hey everyone, what do we do?
Welcome to Siamese Serpents.
Yeah, I guess Trey's gonna see if he can't set off another explosion.
The word has come through from Godfather, abort. I suppose we roll for initiative.
Fuck yeah. Oh, I finally fucking figured it out. Is that right? I will. I'm trying to figure out my fucking fix my character sheet.
Do what you gotta do.
Yeah. Fucking works.
Cripes. I haven't seen many rolls higher than that.
I learned my lesson from my last build. I did not learn the lesson that fucking Neo did for Jazz though, with the incredible soak damage.
Well, there's some pretty crazy soak.
Are these trolls out here armed the same way they were before?
They are, certainly are, yeah. They have been given the new commissioned tools. Everyone is armed identically, like lab rats. The farm. All right. Boom! Abort. Trey, what do you do?
I will attempt to make this guy also blow up.
Uh-huh.
I will take aim and then do that.
Very well. Doesn't know where you're coming from, so he's unable to dodge. He does, however, have a lot of armor and shit tons of dice to absorb.
You know what? Hold on. I didn't. I fucking forgot to take off for the fucking cult shot.
Sure.
That was my mistake.
That works well. Nice and consistent. All right. So it's all additional damage. They're all the net hits carry over. He's not dodging. He doesn't know that you're there. So yeah, how much damage is that, and how much armor penetration?
It would be 20p, but I was doing it to the weapon to try to cause that chain reaction of the grenades again.
All right, we'll see how that goes.
But yeah, it's 20p.
Yep, no worries. How much armor piercing?
-8.
-8. Shit, it's huge amounts. All right, reduces it down to 12 physical damage, which is just about enough for him to survive. But the grenades blow his hands off, so he is still alive, but he's harmless enough. Lock, abort, abort, abort.
Can anyone hear Neil?
No.
No.
You're lighting up, but not making noise.
How about now?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay. My mic sometimes says it's on, but it's not.
Oh, right.
Anyway. So yeah, Godfather's chilling in the modified jet about 2,000 meters up. So he's gonna remotely send the party bus in for a pickup. Let me
Sounds good.
check its speed. Alright, with acceleration, it'll take about 2 rounds to get in there.
Sounds good. Cool. I guess go ahead and make a driving test both this round and next round to see if you're able to pilot it through the poor conditions of driving through a series of rice fields. It's not going to stop you, but it could slow you down pretty significantly.
Alright. Got this quality and probably not jumped in, so I'll look at those modifiers, but okay.
Yeah, there'll be 3 dice for terrain modifiers. All right, so you're churning on your way through the swamp, through the rice, and across the the moist ground. It might slow you down a little bit, but 3 is not too bad. It's pretty standard. And so with a bit of luck, it should arrive on time or not too late anyway.
Yeah. Also, send a quick message to Fenway, just letting him know because I'm paranoid about the constant Matrix surveillance. In the event anything goes wrong with the vehicle, there's a manual control override by the cocoon. Just flip it on and it'll keep it from doing anything wacky.
Okay, that's good to know.
That'll be my turn. Thank you.
Alrighty. Shadow. So you've just set off a mine. It's just blown up in your face, but you are unharmed, as I recall.
Yeah. So I made my composure test, so I don't have to stay and fight. So I guess I will take a shot at this troll here.
Yeah. He's unable to dodge. He's not aware. Oh, I suppose there's a big explosion, so I guess he would be able to dodge. He knows there's something over there.
Okay, let me see here. Well, that's quite the hit.
Pretty good. 8 net successes, even though he tries to hit the deck. The precision of your strike is unerring.
So that would make it 20p AP minus whatever he has.
Yeah, how much AP minus?
Minus 3.
3. Right. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty much devastating. Let's see. Yep.
Accuracy is what knocks that down, isn't it? Yeah, cool.
The 20 physical, he reduces it by 9, so he takes 11 physical, which is almost enough to kill him, but not quite. But it's a severely debilitating blow, which is likely going to take him out. He may yet still be alive, but this guy's got no hands, and he's technically alive too, but it doesn't mean that he's very useful to the cause anymore. Same with this guy. Takes an incredible blow. Technically, he's still alive, rolling around on the ground in agony. He's still got fingers that he can use to pull triggers, but a blow like that has severely incapacitated him. Ricochet.
I'm not even entirely sure if I'm there.
Uh-huh.
If I am, I'm probably just in the party wagon, so...
Yeah, sounds good.
It's got a front-facing gun port if you want to stick your rifle out or some shit.
Yeah, I guess I'll take a shot at this guy. Any penalties I'm looking at there, Arctic?
-3. See, the vehicle's moving, going up and down and up and down and so on.
Alright. It's a -3. I'll edge it, I think. Make the shot count. So that's 21p.
All right.
Let's dodge.
21p. You can see you coming. So there's a great big bloody vehicle heading towards him. He gets 4 successes on the dodge roll, so it's still a solid hit for 1 net success.
Yep. So that's just a straight 17p.
Right. How much armor piercing?
8.
Fuck. 9 successes for a total of 8 damage, and that was under this guy, I assume.
Yep, that guy.
All right, severe injury. Probably takes out like one of his legs or something, breaks his leg outright, doesn't kill him, and in his agony, he will return fire. This guy's going to take some drugs. After taking some drugs, he doesn't feel quite so bad, and he might be able to recover. This guy would like to take some drugs, but he doesn't have any time to do so. So instead, he is just going to fire his near useless weapon at the truck, because he's panicking and he's got a heavy machine gun and he's under the impression that somehow might help. Any penalties for firing at the vehicle because it's moving, for example?
Let me get the fucking table out. No.
All right, he gets 4 net successes to hit the vehicle. He's using fully automatic medium machine gun. Does 10p damage, so it'll be 14p damage in total, with a -7 on the armor. Not gonna have any chance of hurting that tank.
Wait, 7 on the armor, 4 net hits.
Yeah, it's 10. It's normally 10p damage, so I think it's 14 damage. -7 armor piercing.
Oh, 14 after adding. Never mind. That's yeah.
Yep. All right. Can't imagine it's going to hurt it. This almost doesn't seem like it even warrants a dice roll. Fenway.
Yeah, I'm going to try Fireball. Yeah, I'll target the closest one with the red dot.
Yeah.
Yeah, 4-6.
All right. Not a problem. He gets to dodge, I assume.
That's getting too
He
much
gets
shadow.
two successes on the dodge. So does that reduce the damage by 2? I guess it does because it makes a 1 net hit, right? Yeah, that'd be right. So 7p damage, 7 fire.
I think so. Does that sound right to everyone else?
Yeah. No armor piercing. I don't think force pierces armor, does it?
Penetration for the force.
It is. It is.
So
Force
6 AP.
does it right. Cool. All right. He gets 7 successes to resist. On what was it? I think 7 damage. So the fire provides a lot of fireworks, but mostly smoke and no actual harm done. All right, that's the end of the first pass. So Trey, you'll be once again first up.
I will. The van's coming towards us, right?
Sure is. It'll be here in a round or two, maybe 10
I
seconds
will
or thereabouts.
take aim and try to put this guy down for good.
All right. He is at a penalty to dodge thanks to his severe wound penalties.
And yeah, I'm just going to try to hit him, not do the gun thing.
Yeah, no worries. It's 3 net successes for like stupid amounts of damage.
17p minus 8.
Fuck me, 17p. My god. He gets 6 successes, reducing it down to 11, taking him down to about negative fucking 40 or something. So that just absolutely obliterates him. He was already, he was still recovering from the blow inflicted by Shadow. It's like a combination blow when you're playing a fighting game and you kick the dude and he goes into midair and then you hit him again and just keep
Juggling.
juggling. That's the word I'm looking for. Just juggle the dude. That's what you're juggling trolls right now. So yeah, that's the end of him.
At least he died high.
I guess this is something of a consolation prize. Means he's closer to heaven, right? Shadow.
I guess Mr. Red Dot over here. I'll shoot next.
Alrighty. He is he's a little bit on fire. He's a little bit injured, and he is looking over in your direction where the explosion came from. He sees movement and he tries to hit the deck.
5 hits this time.
0 on his dodge roll. So too slow does he realise that the explosion is just a graver threat as the truck, and his flank is open.
All right, so 17p, AP minus 3.
Alrighty. Nine successes brings him down to 8, which is enough to finish him off. A couple of bullets and a fireball is about all that he can take in spite of his superior armor and cybernetic enhancements. Alright, things are going well. Ricochet, unless maybe the robot was supposed to go. Maybe. Anyway. Neo, your drone?
That's me. I'm just using the plane token.
Too easy.
Yeah, while I'm up there, I got the truck moving. I'll go ahead and use my sensors to sort of get an aerial scope of the compound with, like, thermal, and just kind of mark where everybody is and feed it to the team.
All right. Well, that's good that you did so, because I kind of wanted to mention it without mentioning it. You've got a lot of momentum here, and I think that we've proved that even trolls in mil-spec armor with heavy machine guns and fucking APDS rounds and grenade launchers are not up to you. They're not up to your standard. They are no match for you. But there are a fuck ton of them. They move relatively slowly. This compound is quite big, and to cover 300 meters in a tractor, well, it's going to take a bit of time. So all of that adds up to really 3 options. You can either evacuate, and we ain't doing that. It doesn't look like it anyway. Or maybe we will. I don't know. Or you can try to eliminate every last fucking troll, and you're basically going to have to keep an eye on how much ammunition you've got. It looks like eventually you might be able to get through them. The kid with a baseball bat versus a tank analogy seems appropriate. And the third option might be to go in, do the strike, get the mission done, and still get out again in time before they arrive to reach you. With your aerial feed, you'll be able to get an approximate look on how long they're taking. But keep in mind, there are still 30 of these bastard trolls getting around, to say nothing of any other threat that might be here. So, just something to think about now that you've got an aerial feed. And we'll move on to Ricochet. I need to refresh my page.
I was going to say, 'cause if Godfather's controlling the mortars, it might be a good idea to strike like those red zones now.
Not after the alarm's up. The point was to hit them when their armor was off.
Well, it takes more than 6 seconds to put an armor.
Yeah, but they're in the process now. I don't want to do it. Especially not when we're not hitting them now. Yeah, want to pull
I
this off
concur.
using as few trump cards as possible.
Yeah, no reason to tip them off that we have fucking that capability yet. Psychologically, this must fuck with them, though. Like, they were the baddest thing out here. They're the goddamn fucking Khmer Rouge before our dumbasses got here.
Yeah, then the government shelled out like 500 grand and hired 8 guys to fucking wipe them off the face of the planet.
That's what I mean, but all of their previous experience would have told them that they are the absolute pinnacle of what can happen here.
I'm thinking of how Saddam Hussein must have felt once upon a time, right? Like, untouchable. Just king of the world. And then the Abrams rolled in and things kind of changed.
I mean, he
Everything
had plenty
changed
of
when the
warning there.
amplification attack.
If it helps any, we also had A10s.
Yeah, the big fish in the small pond, but someone's come fishing with a net. Ricochet.
Alright, I'm gonna take a shot at this guy.
On the right, over here.
Yep, in the number 4. Yeah, that's him.
Mercy, mercy.
Well, I'm assuming the same -3 as before.
Yeah, that works.
Alright, so I'll take aim to reduce the range category and then single shot. Ah, god damn, I'm rolling terrible today.
Roll20 does always seem to pick 1 or 2 people and designate them as it.
It's a conspiracy. We're back to Trey.
It's
I'm assuming
COVID. That's what it is.
Say that again. Sorry, Ricochet.
I'm assuming that means he dodged.
Shit. I'm sorry, man. It did. That's right. He hits the ground, and for once, it looks like luck is on the troll's side. It's a pretty bad result off 17 dice, sir. If I
Yeah,
say
yeah,
so.
fucking terrible.
Pretty bad. We're back around to the top of the chart.
I will, whatever that would be, like move 10 meters in height.
Yeah, too easy.
That's my round.
That's your round. Robo Granddad.
Vehicle still moving. I guess I'll tune my sensors to keep an eye out for like shots or missile launches from the ground. I don't think they can detect me up here, but just in case they got something they can.
All right, make a perception check. I'll give you an extra 2 dice because you have an aerial view. Okay, that's pretty good. You notice that a couple of crocodiles start swimming really powerfully, and one of the elephants suddenly stiffens.
Yeah. Send a ping to the team. They got the wires and the animals going. Heads up. They're coming your way.
Okay. And Shadow, I think you will wrap this round up.
Okay, I'm gonna pop off a shot at this guy here.
I missed which dude. To zoom out more, I think. Yep, that's what I thought. Good stuff.
Right.
Let's see how he goes. He gets a single success, which is probably going to be his doom.
20p AP -3.
Very well. Not bad. 2 successes. That means he's alive. handful of seconds.
Okay.
All right. Durga. Okay. That's the end of that round. No?
I still have one action left.
Do you really? All right, I thought that was the end. All right, go for it.
You said there was last time we were here, there was an antenna here
Yeah,
that was
that's
similar
right.
to the one I shot over here.
Yep.
I'd like to put a round through that, if I may.
Absolutely. It's a very small target. I think -6 is probably about the right number. But as soon as you hit it, it will be toast.
Even if you took off the last 3 rolls, I still would be at 9.
That's what I assumed. And so you take this, you uninstall the television the old-fashioned way.
Right now, there's some troll like playing with the fucking wire on top of it. Like, I can't get the signal. They were all watching a football game and like, fuck.
That's it. Probably MMA. I reckon they were watching.
What's the one they play? It's like Murder Ball.
Oh yeah.
Urban Brawl.
Urban Brawl. Thank you. Now they get to
would be a good game.
participate.
Yeah, the legal blood sport.
Shit.
Kind of want to do or I want to make a Shadowrun like Urban Brawl campaign where it's like cross between like a fucking football management RPG and Shadowrun, where every match is just like a death match.
Great idea.
Honestly, I could probably like. I'm gonna have to look into that because, like, you know, you could like regiment out training time and all this shit. There's a lot of potential in that.
Yeah, I've tried to do a gladiator-based D&D games and Blood Bowl-based D&D games, and kind of works, but I don't know. I've never made it work quite well enough to be satisfied. But it's a good premise. All right, Trey.
Are there any other antennas I can see?
I don't think so.
Can I see any of these crocodiles that are? He put them on the TACnet, right?
Yeah, I'm tagging everything from up here that I can see at least.
These are the crocodiles down here, but you wouldn't be able to get an angle on them. They are, only 18 inches tall at most in the first place.
I will continue to hide and wait for my pickup.
Very good. Okay. Critters. There we are. Okay. You hear a roar come from within the complex that you are about to assault. It sounds like a big cat. Shadow.
Are we gonna
I'm
get
gonna
that Cyber Tiger fight that was denied us in the XYZ?
The
It's happening.
XYZ still lives.
It's on.
10 hits on the same guy.
Very well.
Your accuracy, it's 8, but it's probably modded.
Valid point. He reduces it by 2.
So
Takes
that
the
would be,
rest.
18p, -3.
Negative 3. 10 successes, reducing it to 8 damage. And there's this guy that's already injured, right?
Yep.
Well, he's even more injured now, and one by one we take them down, and these trolls are falling at a rate of about 1 per second. That's the rough rate of troll death at the moment, which is pretty bad, but it is good for field test data. At least the computer is learning something. So thanks for that. All right, a couple of crocodiles slither out of their pens and begin the long, arduous crocodile journey to reach the party. 400 meters. It's going to take about 17 fucking rounds. All right, go crocodiles.
We believe in you, crocodiles.
We believe in you, crocodiles. We also believe in elephants. Boom! That was an elephant. The elephant smashes down its cage, and suddenly you have more targets. Fenway.
I think this time I will do increased reflexes on Ricochet because he's next to me. Because I think we're both in the car.
Alright.
Yeah, you're the only 2 in the car.
Yeah, do a force 2.
Alright.
Wow. You didn't use any reagents on that though, did you?
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
Okay. Ricochet, you feel buzzy.
Why is it doing that? What?
Probably a feature, not a bug.
It's probably a surprise mechanic.
Just gotta log back into Roll20. It crashed.
It's a good idea.
I got out of order in initiative. I'm gonna go ahead and move the vehicle up.
Go ahead. Give it another drive roll for your vehicle. Yeah, perfect. You make it to the anticipated point.
Alright. Can I see any more trolls? I don't think I can see any more trolls, can I?
No, but you can hear an elephant and you can hear a tiger.
I'll hold my action, I guess.
Alrighty. The trolls, fuck. They don't really know what the fuck to do. They're just going to try to mobilize, take their drugs, hit the deck. Yeah, they just go on full defense and take drugs. That's the extent of their round. Any of the ones that have a line of sight to you are probably too far away to be effective, and the ones that the rest of them, some of them are unarmored, and so on. So the trolls are in pursuit, but it's going to be a long process before they will be able to reach you. Look.
So yeah, his action, Godfather jumps into the party bus and makes that move in action.
Alrighty. Yeah, right. And so that was your first pass. We're back to Trey.
Yeah, can you reset the thing to flip those around?
The initiative, you
The
mean?
turn
or...
tracker. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Can I make like a perception check to figure out where this tiger's coming from?
Yeah, sure. This red building here.
Does Shadowrun have readied actions?
Yeah.
I want to plug him when I see him.
Alrighty.
And I will actively be looking for him.
No worries at all.
Hey, Bernie.
Hey, welcome along. Okay. You hear a roar again, but nothing comes out of the door. Shadow.
It was Mahout's job to open the door, and he's dead.
Heh. Sucker.
We'll start moving back and scan for targets. Yeah, just backing up. That's it for me.
Alrighty. Crocodiles. Yeah, I mean, crocodiles are made for speed over short distances, sure, but they are they are not built to win races. Rah, rah! Here I come. Fear me. The elephant. Rah! Except he doesn't rah because he's an elephant. He goes brrr, and he starts trampling through the other animals' exhibits, giving absolutely no heed to the welfare of roe deer. Fenway.
I can actually. I'll try summoning a spirit because I don't think I have an unbound spirit summoned at the moment.
Don't think so.
I was checking my
There
couch.
were like 3 of them at Geek and Long March.
Yeah, I'll
That'll
summon
figure
a.
out what they did with her in those sweet Delta cyber legs, by the way. Sorry to interrupt.
No, don't worry about it. 4/6 beast spirit.
Alrighty.
3.
It gets 1 success to resist.
And I have to, so is it double its, like, net, is it?
Only its net unless you're binding it.
Okay, so, and I strained 4, so that's more than 2.
It is. Definitely more than 2. Alright.
And I get 2 services.
So, alright, Ricochet. I guess the plan's going well.
I'll keep holding my action.
Alrighty. The trolls have already used up their initiative pass with their defense and their drugs. I'm not sure if the robot or Trey is up.
Trey is.
Alrighty.
I'm still tiger hunting.
Tiger hunt, tiger hunt. Does whatever a tiger can't. Lock.
Vehicles movements up. So yeah, I will prepare to pick up Trey, but can't make the movement this turn.
Aha! Shadow's on 0.
I got no action.
Alright, well, the crocodiles and the elephants and the rest of them, they're just slowly moving, so it's going to take some time. Alright, Trey's holding his action. That'll be the end of the round. Righto. There's still no sign of any tigers, Trey.
Shh. I'm hunting tigers.
True enough. Or are they hunting you? Lock.
And I've got the movement. I will swing in towards Trey. The door will open. The mechanical arm will pop out to assist.
You're being fondled, Trey.
Yeah, we'll make a pickup action.
I will not resist. And I will move to a gun port.
Turns out that this story has a happy ending after all. Shadow, the cavalry is here.
Right, I will walk backwards. That'll be it.
Very well. You did it 100 years after Michael Jackson, but you did it with just as much time. Rah! Some crocodiles pop out of these close waters. Rah! The fact that they are synchronized swimmers is rather remarkable. Rah! Rah! Alright. The trolls start launching grenades, like, indiscriminately. They just pop them straight over the building. They're still getting camera feeds running through their dead companions, so it's not the best way of looking at a situation, but it's not the worst either. And you come under fire from... What's the range on a grenade launcher?
500 meters at the extreme.
Very good. So that's going to mean that these gentlemen down here, of which there are roughly 25. Yeah. So 25 grenades start pouring in on your location in a very approximate position. I don't even know how to do this. It'd be like -8 to hit because they're blind. They can't see what they're shooting at.
And with range, most of them are at a -6.
Right, so it's like -14. But if they all spend their edge, then they can hit it on like a 1 in 6 chance, maybe? I don't even know how that works. How do we do this? 25 grenades coming in at different... it doesn't really matter if they miss or not, does it? That's just going to show you how far they missed by. Yeah. Yeah. Anyone have any thoughts?
They'll scatter.
They'll scatter pretty severely, yeah.
Yeah, it really is like sheer statistical chance because pretty much they need like 2 simultaneous impacts to hurt the van, but I don't know about Shadow out there in the middle of a field.
Don't
I'm
know
not
about
really
Shadow
confident
out
whether or
there.
not he'd get randomly hit in the barrage.
That's that does seem like the real problem here. Shadow being caught up in the crossfire. But I really don't know how to rule it. And then again, maybe he's might not even be close enough. Yeah.
I mean,
40 meters away, 30 meters away.
how big of an area would they reasonably be able? Would they try to target based off the information that they would actually have?
They just got to bombard the general direction. Like they don't really expect to hit anything. It's kind of like suppressing fire in a way. It's just ordnance, right? They're just fucking dumping bulk amounts of ordnance in the general region and hoping that it hits something.
So
I might just
do-
make it an edge roll or something.
Yeah, I'd say it's an edge roll. Yeah, cool. So I'll give them I'll give them each they hit on a 6, I suppose, because that's the only way I can imagine it being done. They'd have to spend their edge. I don't know. Will they hit on a 6? That even that seems pretty generous.
I don't.
I was thinking
what I
it
would
would
do
be
is
like Shadow makes an edge roll, and if he fails, like a grenade or 2 lands on his position.
I don't. I mean, if you're talking like it's like 100 by what? Like 100 by 200 meter area would be reasonably what they're firing into.
Sure. Yep.
So I mean, how many points is that?
I mean, like lethal damage.
That's 20,000 square meters.
I mean, a high explosive grenade is in the lethal range from about 4 meters radius around the impact. So, like, if each one of them picked a specific area, they could, blanket it.
But is that what they're doing?
Yeah, they're not. But
okay, so 5,000.
And there's 25 of them, so divide that by 25, and there'd be about 40, about a 1 in 40 chance of being hit. Sounds like an edge roll. That'll do. So go ahead and make an edge roll, Shadow, and for every success that you get, no, just go ahead and make the edge roll, and I'll see how you go. So two successes. Let's say a grenade lands within about 4 meters of you. 12 physical damage. Is that going to hurt you?
Could.
It could. All right. So you take 12 physical damage. Go ahead and resist that. All right. It's pretty severe.
Edge. Okay.
That's better.
12.
So yeah, so 12. Oh, in that case, that's huge. That's all of the damage. The grenade blows up. The high explosive grenade blows up really close to you. It might even set off a proximity mine, which blows up as well. But all that happens is you're covered in a thick layer of dirt and smoke, but no actual real injuries. All right. Crocodiles. Come on, crocodiles. They've already moved all that they can move, so all they can really do is snap, snap, snap. That was the trolls firing their grenades. The elephant has already charged. Fenway's already acted. We're back to Trey.
Has this tiger made an appearance?
No.
Then I'll start lining up a shot on the elephant. But I will
Brilliant.
wait till he gets closer.
Yeah, he's so far away at the moment. Unless he's got freaking grenade launchers built into his tusks, he's not going to be much threat. All right, Ricochet. Maybe the mission has gone successfully, maybe not. I'm not one to judge. What are you going to do?
Oh, sorry, I was on mute. Hey, so I'm just gonna ask Fenway. Hey, Fenway, have you still got that elephant Duke friend of yours hanging around?
Your thing is that, yeah. Then he'll nod his head.
Maybe he could go and help out with that elephant problem over there.
I think they can. They have beast control. Yeah, I'll see if he can do it.
Go ahead. I suppose it'll be your control against the rigger's control. Suppose.
Oh shit! Have they turned them into a bio drone?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's kind of funny.
It's a mobile infantry is the way I like to think of it. Or perhaps heavy cavalry. Maybe heavy cavalry is a better description.
They using skill wires on these things?
Short answer is no, but they don't have any guns or anything. They're just relying on the animals' natural attacks, basically.
Yeah, I was
And
gonna
that's sort
say
of.
that wouldn't work because it's like a computer puppeting them, but as long as it's their brains in control, it should work.
Yeah.
I guess do I just wait for my turn to do the thing?
Yeah, I guess so.
I'll look up animal control before then, though.
Go ahead. 6, 7, 8. That's a lot. All right. Vehicle still moving. Right. Does that mean we move on to Shadow?
It moves towards Shadow, but I'm gonna be making
Oh, it's still got movement, has it? Right. No worries. Of course it does. Yeah, of course it does.
as it moves, I'll be using the mad scanner to basically try to make sure I don't run over an IED.
Oh, yeah, no worries. All right. They're pretty shallow.
Sensor limit.
Yeah, they're buried pretty shallow, and in a pretty simple way. They just grabbed a shovel and dug a hole, and your excellent battle computer is able to detect them and swerve before impact.
Alright. Can't make the pickup in the same movement though, so next turn.
Alrighty, Shadow, there is a vehicle beside you.
I guess I will try to jump aboard it.
Might as well. It's a gymnastics test.
4 hits.
4 will do. You might take like a point of bruising damage from the impact, but it's insignificant, particularly in your armor, and you are once again safe. The crocodiles curse you and they snap in anger. No sign of the tiger, Trey.
We're all in the van now.
I think so.
That's right.
I'm good. I don't see, unless something else happens, I don't see a need to continue combat.
All right. Nor do I. And so the evacuation is smooth, it's clean. I guess it was a failed operation, I suppose. But we suffered no casualties,
Yeah.
and I suppose that's a good thing.
Okay, I found the thing on animal
Aren't they? I mean, if they had 29 trolls and we killed 4 of them, what is that? I mean, was that 12%, 13% reduction in their heavy forces?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
a failed stealth op, but it was a successful hit and run.
Yep, sure. Yeah, didn't achieve your objectives, but you, inflicted injuries on the enemy, and that's a good thing.
Well, do we want to reset the slate and try again with the original plan? And this time, not step on a mine?
Would have been helpful to know that mines were there.
Then you should have looked for it.
On the plus side, all those grenades going off probably cleared out that entire area of mine.
Yeah, I'm guessing they'll replant them, but that approach is probably blown as well, because I imagine they're going to reinforce it.
I mean, we could call Chef again. This is something Andre would have been better at. Just prank calling
him,
Chef.
still just be like, so how you feeling?
I mean, if it's a video call,
He told
I
us to
think
fuck
Trey
off
would
and
start
die
out.
last time, if I remember correctly.
Well, I mean, he's had some time to think about it.
He had some
And
time
4
after
more of his
last time,
guys.
too.
Yeah, but he killed 4 of his guys, but that definitely was like a botched operation.
He doesn't have to know that.
I mean, one of us stepped on a mine and we had to run away. Like, I think he knows.
In her defense, she basically like crawled over it, and she lived, which is pretty impressive. So what's our next?
Can we
I mean,
map of that compound again, just for planning sake?
Of the yep, no worries. I'll get back to you in a minute. I suppose you've got drones on the thing, so it doesn't really matter, does it? You can see what you can see their new tactics with your drones. It's not unreasonable.
Fly spy, keeping an eye on things.
And I suppose I'll delete a lot of the things that we don't need anymore. I think the red squares are still good though. Like they're still part of the plan.
They're sure enough now.
isn't that good for us?
Yeah, basically. Well, if we want to kill them all, it's good. If we want to sneak in and snatch a guy, it's bad.
Oh, I was gonna say, with the mind control thing, it just says they can control a number of like animals. Like it doesn't actually say anything about like roles or anything. So I'm not sure what to do with that one.
Yeah, I imagine with normal critters, it would work. I don't know about paracritters, but these aren't.
Yeah, it's 5 times charisma small animals or charisma big animals.
Yeah, particularly mundane ones that is non-magical.
How many elephants do they have?
3.
Oh, okay. I thought they'd have loads of elephants. It's like no, 1 spirit should be enough to control all of the elephants they have.
Yeah, presumably. I mean, I guess we don't technically know this in character, but if they're not pulling something like skill wires, that should work.
And if it doesn't, it's just a service, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just a burn service. You can even give a contingency, like, and if that doesn't work, do X.
Well, seeing as they've shored up their lines, I've got a better idea for the mortars. Just bomb in a ring around like the thing. Because how many shots do we have?
9. Though we could probably make more. They're just mortar shells.
Because we could just
Um,
target 9 of these guys and just start shooting, couldn't we?
yeah. I mean, I really gotta think, like, looking at it, they got like, 30 big ass fucking biologically engineered trolls, a bunch of alligators, a bunch of elephants. Like, if we cut off their food, they gotta be starving in days.
I think they'll
That's too
see the
easy. We'll
alligators.
just hit the. Well, I mean, alligators and crocodiles can go fucking months without eating. But
Yeah, but trolls can't.
yeah. So if we just start hitting that boat when it tries to come up the river,
Mhm.
then I mean that should be the bulk of it.
And if they ever try to expand outwards, we just need to like hit them again, kill a few more of them, and just keep them like where they are.
Yeah, because they have no way to go fuck with what we're doing without either giving us the opportunity to pick off a couple of their guys or weakening their defenses or both.
What would be the range on the elephants, like the cyber control?
I mean, it could probably be like radio or, I mean, probably matrix range, unless it's something like, it has to be broadcast from those emitters. It's not being sent to like an implant in the elephants or something. But it's most likely just being like matrix broadcast to an implant.
And that's just basically infinite range, isn't it?
Yeah, anywhere you can get cell signal, which is anywhere these days.
So, because I was thinking just getting one of my elephant guys just to like, just take them away, just lead them off somewhere.
Yeah. Hmm. Like I'd be able to speculate about that a lot better if we had like if we knew exactly what they'd done to these elephants, but I'd give that like a 75% chance of working. But once it wore off, like we'd probably lose them unless we shut down the transmitters.
How long would a service like that even last for?
Uh, a service can technically last as long as the spirit does, if I remember correctly, and it's like phrased properly.
Just like take
Yeah,
these
because
elephants
that
to
rule.
a safe space and keep them safe.
Yeah,
It's an extended
That
service. They usually last a year and a day.
that's pretty vague. You might want to like pick a location to bring them to.
yeah. Send them somewhere specifically. Take them to the river or something. Oh.
Okay, and then I guess the cyber people can take the stuff out of the elephants. Or is that not how that works?
I mean, as we all know, I'm our reigning brain surgery expert. Um,
You
so I can
have
take a crack
done
at it.
better than anybody else.
Exactly. Of the brain surgeries we've seen thus far this campaign, I have by far performed the most deft. Most of
So what
the
we're gonna
others
do with the
consist of
compound?
putting a bullet through a brain. I think we besieged the place to get him kind of desperate and on edge. With them short up like this, it's going to be a bitch and a half trying to sneak in and kidnap somebody. So I say we get them as weak as possible, and then do what we can to just eliminate all the trolls and get our prisoners.
I mean, possibly Trojan horse.
With what?
The girls he orders in.
They stopped doing that, I think.
Yeah, Trojan whores aren't going to work here.
Well, what if we sacrifice the girls to get them to bring in some laced drugs?
Or what if you just hide in like the next shipment of food that goes in?
And pop out in the middle of the 30 trolls. Like,
I mean, if he wants to do something that gets him in the middle of the compound, that's more likely to succeed than like, well, that.
I was thinking more like poison them. What if we do that? What if we poison the fish?
poisoning trolls is probably not going to work.
I'm pretty sure that will just kill the
I mean,
prisoner people, the ones we want to interrogate.
I mean, probably not, but I'm guessing these guys have either got like nephritic screens, which will make them hardy enough on top of being big ass fucking trolls. But they're also like tripping on drugs. Like, I imagine they're going to be pretty fucking hardened to toxins. It's not to say there's not shit we could slip them, but there'd have to be a lot of it, and it'd have to be potent.
And assuming they don't check all their food before they eat it.
I mean, they're trolls, so they probably don't, but there's a reason they don't have to. I think our best bet is just cutting off their food supply and whittling them down and seeing if they'll do something stupid like sending out a squad to try to stop us or something.
I mean, we could always goad them. Like, that could work.
Yeah, and I mean, like, if we want to make one more shot with Chef, like, we can just like cut off their food and you want to starve to death or you want to
I think
talk.
we need to like leave them a few days just to stew, like just to use the threat of starvation and make it real.
Yeah, like give them like 6 or 7 days with no food coming in. I mean, we could even we could wait for a food shipment to come in, see where they store it, and then mortar the fuck out of it.
Or like send them like obviously rotten food just to be like, you don't have food and we know it.
They're trolls; they can eat rotten fish.
Just a note that says we took your food.
I
Like,
mean, I'm pretty sure they're gonna know it was us.
Can they take the paper? Like, can they eat paper as well?
Probably.
What if we just
But
collect large piles of manure and send that on the boat?
yeah, that'll work. So yeah, like wait until the next food shipment comes in, wait to see where they store it, blow the fuck out of it,
But wait,
and then
they're not at
let
the
them
river.
stew for like
They
a
don't
week.
control the river anymore, so they're going to have to send out a squad to get to the river and get back with food.
They still
Also
control
true.
the river.
Not with the way they're clustered up now.
That could be fun.
So that when they send out their the patrols to get food, we can just ambush those.
Yeah, basically, if we set up, I mean, our best bet is probably stopping.
And I forgot to have all those mind-controlled crocodiles. Like our ambush could very easily be turned around.
What if we
Yeah.
What if we just turn the tables on them and mine? Put landmines where they usually pick up the food.
Yeah, can also do that. Though, admittedly, if they're wandering around in mil-spec, they can probably step on a mine.
You
Yeah,
know
if we want to
that's a
stop
good
them
point.
when, yeah, if we want to stop them when they pick up the food, we're gonna need to get like Ricochet and Jez in the hills with like the Gauss rifle and a fucking 50 cal with APDS.
We never like. This is like swamp area. Like, is it even good area for tunnels?
Probably not.
Because I'm thinking
I
they.
mean, then again, this is
Tunnels are.
basically Vietnam.
It is basically Vietnam, but it's a lot wetter. The tunnels in Vietnam were dug into the jungle, whereas this is farming country. The water table will be quite fucking high, like extremely high. Which swamps, basically, the reason why swamps are swamps is because the water table is above the land. And so, if you dig a hole here, that hole's going to be full of water. It's not. That's still not. It's not impossible. It's just that any tunnel that you dig is going to be waterlogged, just as the natural water just seeps through the earth, porous earth.
Because I'm thinking like even if they have a tunnel, like any like food they bring through will get soaked on the way,
Most likely, yeah.
and that's not good for like preserved food.
No, obviously there's ways to seal it, but I don't really need to tell you that. But this should, yeah, it would be. You're absolutely right. That's right. It would be all. It doesn't matter whether it's rice or meat. It's going to be fucked.
Yeah, they're probably not digging a tunnel. Even if they are, it would have to be hundreds of meters to get out of our surveillance area. Through fucking swamp and shit. Like,
I'm not
yeah,
thinking.
I
I'm
think
not
if we
thinking
just
that
stop.
they're digging a tunnel now. I'm thinking maybe like a pre-dug tunnel.
I mean, why would they need to if they're bringing shit in on boats? I mean, they used to just have a guy drive up in a van. Fuck, the prime minister used to drive up with a van.
So I mean, let's hit the boat and see what happens.
Yeah.
I mean, we can just pick a point past this and just, sink the boat.
Yeah. We can park the party bus in the hills near the river, and when the boat rocks up and the trolls come out to collect, just have the grenade launchers open up and blow the fuck out of the boat, sink the entire shipment, make a point.
Well, that sounds like a plan.
All right. So who wants to join Godfather in his stakeout?
I'll join in. Like, never know, like a mage could be needed.
Yeah. Anyone want to take some pot shots at the trolls who show up to collect?
Trey is always for taking pot shots at commies.
Do we still need some people overwatching like the main compound to make sure people aren't sneaking in and out?
Got a drone that can do that. You'd probably be good to put a spirit on it if you can bind one. But
what force did it could be like needed for that one? Like quite small, like.
Yeah, if it's just keeping an eye out, like a 1 or 2 can do it. There's a specific type of spirit called like a watcher spirit who are literally just for doing surveillance, but I don't know how those work.
It's a ritual. You need to learn that specifically.
Ah.
I've already got an unbound spirit, so.
Yeah, thing with unbound spirits is they only last a day.
I'm thinking about, do I need to like bind like the unbound spirit before I can get like the Force 2 one?
Oh, nah, you can have as many spirits up or bound as you can handle, but unbound spirits disappear at either sunrise or sunset.
Oh, okay. I thought it was only one. So yeah, I'll bring up a Force 2 beast spirit.
You can bind up to your charisma in spirits.
Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah, just calling them up. As long as you can eat the drain, you can get a fucking party going. I wonder if any Shadowrun mages ever used that tactic, like just taking a bunch of stim patches or something and calling up like 20 Force 2 spirits to fucking fight something.
I just get attacked by like a swarm of like spirit rats.
Yeah, like
Well, if you're bound
it
by how many, like, if you're bound by how much your charisma,
that's
I
for
guess
binding.
you can only summon one at a time.
I thought they just only lasted until sunrise or sunset.
can
You
only
can
have
call
one
up as many
unbound
as you
spirit.
wanted.
Yeah, you can only have
Talking out
one
of my ass.
unbound spirit.
Yeah, don't listen to me talking about magic. I literally don't know what the fuck I'm on about.
Now, if you had like a charisma-based caster, I mean, eight spirits, even if they're only 2 or 3, especially if you just had them like dogpile something, like just hold them. I mean, that might be effective.
So I guess should I just do a binding attempt for the unbound, like the unbound spirit I've already got then?
Yeah, if you want to keep them.
Yeah,
If not, you can let them go.
I'll do a. I'll throw an edge on that then. No, Arctic, you there?
So I resisted with 12 dice. You got a single success on 12 dice.
Oh, oof. So I get 6 more services? No, 4. Yeah, 5 more services. I mean, is that how
I
that
think
works?
4. Is
it's-
that right? Is it 4? Because it's 4 net hits.
But I get +1, I think.
Right.
Every
Cool.
2 net hits you get on binding gives you an extra service plus however many you originally had.
I see.
Okay.
But again, we've just
We'll
established
go-
I don't know what
we'll
the
go
fuck
with
I'm
that.
on about with magic.
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
go.
but you know more than I do.
All right. So
I
that means a total of 3, is it? A total of 3 services, or what?
Yeah, if you had 1 and you got 4 net hits, I think it's 3 services now. The guy's your bitch as long as you want to hold on to him.
Yeah, I had 2 services before, and you said I got how many more?
Oh, 2 more, so you have 4 now.
Yeah.
And then I get. Did you roll for like the small spirit I tried to summon as well?
No, I did not. What force is it?
A force 2.
All right. So we'll get 4 dice. Since you're binding it, it gets a single success, just like the big brother.
You get 1 additional service per hit, so it'd be 4 extra services.
Oh, fuck yeah. So you get like 6 services out of this bastard.
It's just the resistance dice pool that's doubled.
And the small spirit got 1 success.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so I soaked all the small spirit, and for binding, I need to resist how much soak? Is it double force? Or is it double like it's hit?
I really fucking have no idea.
I'll check the magic cheat sheet.
Yeah, check it. Have a look. Yeah, I think it'd be equal to its force, but I got no idea.
It is a drain equals spirit hits times 2, and it got 1 hit if I remember.
Oh, really? That is what it is. Yeah, that's you knew what you're talking about. Yeah, they both got 1 hit each.
Not edge, but I think I succeed anyway. Yeah, so should I bind this? I'll bind the small spirit as well.
Okie dokie.
I'll use my last point of edge on it.
Perfect.
Because
Perfect.
see, I knew I needed to.
All right. Not too bad. Not too bad. All right. They are under your control, Puppet Master.
Oh, really?
I think so. Is that right? Right.
How many did it get on its like resist?
That was what the 1 dice was for, wasn't it? Like the 1 success.
Oh, okay.
I rolled 12.
Okay,
Yeah.
I get it now. Yeah, so I have
Yeah.
a bunch of spirits now. Yes, I'll tell the Force 2 spirit to watch over the compound and tell me when, if any, like, meta-human leaves. Like, with that.
All right. All right. Yeah, I think I can remember that one.
Yeah, little spirit owl. It'll be watching the compound.
All right. Yeah. Okay. No worries.
Okay, now do we just wait for the ambush?
Yeah. Drop the party wagon token on the map, roughly where I'll be setting up. Yeah.
So just in the.
Yeah, I don't need to be like physically next to the river, just close enough that I can see what's there while still being concealed.
Oh yeah.
Get a sort of arcing line of fire.
Oh, because we're just gonna wait for the supply like boat to come up and just like grenade it.
Yeah, there's a small
launch
Khmer
couple grenades.
fisherman probably
about to
smoking
get
a
a
cigarette who's about to get a fucking surprise.
About to get fucking wrecked.
I mean, if we don't want to kill the guy, just put like one smoke grenade in there. He'll jump out and then blow up the ship.
That
Don't
doesn't
be a
quite get our
commie
point across.
sympathizer now, you motherfucker. He's a commie, he dies.
Yeah, when you're delivering fish to the trolls in Mil-Spec, you know what you're doing. Yeah, that's the plan, I think, is basically gonna cloak up and camp out here until the resupply boat comes up.
Like from my prior like observations, how often did this happen? Like how often did they get resupplied?
The fish. It was pretty indeterminate, but sometimes it happened multiple times a day. But at the very least, it had happened once every 3 days. But yeah, often it was multiple times a day. It's not that far. It's only maybe a 15-kilometer journey up the river, maybe 40 kilometers by the time you follow the winds and bends of the river. In any case, it's not far. You could cover that much territory in an hour or two on a tinny. Couple of hours anyway, 2 or 3 hours.
And plus another, I guess, bonus to like letting at least one guy get away? Is he's going to go back to the fishing village and say there's no point sending anything, like he's not getting through?
I was just gonna set up a couple turrets on the riverbanks.
They're gonna figure that out when he doesn't come back.
Yeah, when the river turns red downstream, they'll get the message.
All right. So, is that a plan that we want to enact?
Yeah, wait for the riverboat to show up while we're sitting here, and afterwards we'll set about cutting off the boat or the river supply.
Too easy. So you can see them rocking up, whether you're through drones or spirits. You can spot them a literal mile away. There they are, chugging along in their big, broad barge. There's two soldiers with their AKs pointed out into the bushes. There's one guy that's on the outboard motor. He's got a pistol sitting beside him. They're all smoking, and they've probably got half a ton of fish between them, including baby caimans and turtle eggs and anything else they can find.
Cool. Yeah, I'll wait till they rock up and basically for the unloading process to start. Just so I can see what the sort of procedure is.
No worries. The procedure is pretty simple. They drive along with the boat. It comes and gets picked up by a troll with a tractor. The tractor comes and takes it away.
Okay. Yeah, when the troll with the tractor rocks up is when I'll go ahead and take the shot, just pop out the roof turrets and launch 3 HE grenades right onto the center of the boat where the fish are.
But no worries. He tries to drive his tractor away as fast as he can, but it's not very fast. The boat is sunk. The unarmored soldiers are, of course, instantly slain. I guess the mission is a success.
Yeah, like that basically gets our point across.
And I mean, if it's just raw fish, like whatever they have in the base can't be lasting long either.
Yeah.
But it's like you said, they're trolls; they can eat rotten food.
Yeah, they're trolls. They can't eat just about anything organic, but there's only so much in there that's organic.
We'll know we're getting to them if we see them start slaughtering the deer and shit.
Well, like if they start eating the crocodiles.
Yeah, exactly. When they're eating their assets.
Because even though they can eat anything, like it must take a lot of actual like quality food to like upkeep that much muscle.
Yeah, they got to eat a lot of it. So yeah, that's why I'm thinking if we cut off their food, they got to be starving in days because like 30 fucking trolls have got to be eating like half a warehouse every day.
And unlike like the Chimer soldiers, these guys shouldn't be particularly loyal.
I don't think so.
Just to clarify, the goal is disruption, not immediate takedown, right? Because if we're talking days, then...
Sorry, what's that? You're getting really loud and really quiet.
Sorry. So you mentioned days. So if we take out their food, it's going to be a long-term op, right?
Is he doing that for everybody else, or is it?
No, it's like 3 really quiet words. I think about putting him up, and it's really loud.
But to answer his question, yes, it will be a long-term op.
Perfect. Thank you.
Well, it just depends how like organized these guys are on the food situation. Like it could be only a few days, like only a few weeks, but they like decide like it's not worth it.
Well, I mean, they're big fucking trolls. This shit's gonna go bad fast.
Yeah.
I'm guessing first they'll eat the animals, and then they'll start eating each other.
Or they'll just desert. I mean, that's also an option.
Yeah. We may
I
want
like my way better.
Yeah, just for the sake of saving ourselves some manpower, we may want to ask Mr. Johnson to set up a roadblock as well, just because he's got the soldiers to spare to sit around and keep fucking vans from driving through, whereas we
He's got
don't
that tank.
necessarily. Yeah, but we got other things to be using the party bus for. Or
No,
you
no,
talk
I mean,
about
he's
Mr.
got the
Johnson's
actual
tank. Yeah. So yeah, I think that's how we can go about it.
Are you talking just yellow or red? You're talking about? No, not yellow, red. Yellow or white?
Mr. Yellow.
at the higher.
Yeah, we've established Mr. White's just a fucking stooge.
And also, he is he even still like what happened with him? 'Cause he's on the out with Yellow now, isn't he? Is it that
Yeah, he didn't. It was kind of weird. Like he said like don't do anything about it.
Yeah, I think he was going to bide his
Um,
time, wasn't he?
Yeah, I'm guessing he still needs him for something.
So I guess Mr. Yellow will let's ask him to set up a little roadblock, stop all, like I guess along the river.
Yeah, we can ask Mr. Yellow to set up roadblocks along the main road and station some guys to babysit the river. Yeah, it doesn't take a lot of effort to keep a boat from dropping off supplies to these guys. It just takes manpower and time, which, there's 8 of us at max.
And then I guess
Arctic, at this point, Trey's going to be sending fucking the kickboxer, the cook. He's going to start sending him a bunch of pictures of both really attractive women and like really attractive meals. That'll just be a
Sending him like
constant
fucking
barrage,
Instagram.
like 76-ounce T-bone steak, Pamela Anderson circa 1992, just
Yeah,
on and on.
keep banging the kitsune.
I mean, I don't want him to feel that bad.
yeah, Trey's got a limit. He's not a monster.
When you're trying to talk a man down, it's better to let you think you've killed his girlfriend than cucked him.
I mean, no, I'm trying to drive him crazy. Like, I want him to come storming out.
Yeah.
Did we actually kill Kitsune?
But no, we didn't.
Nah, Trey's banging her.
Gotcha. Oh, okay.
I needed a positive female role model for all the kids I adopted.
Positive female role model.
Again, I'm not a monster.
Well, when your selection is limited,
I'm saying, you were looking for a positive female role model and you landed on the Kitsune coke addict.
Who's like a member of the
again,
Yakuza.
Compared to what they
when your
had
selection is
before.
limited.
Okay, so I guess we try to call up Mr. Yellow and ask if he can do that for us.
Yeah. Did you catch that, Arctic?
No.
We're going to call up
Okay,
Mr. Yellow and ask him to set up like roadblocks along the main roads and the river, just to stop like the supplies
Yeah.
getting through, so we can focus on like the main siege.
The roads
Yeah.
are easy. The rivers are practically impossible. The number of tributaries and creeks that run through tropical areas are phenomenal.
Yeah, but never mind. We can figure out the river.
Yeah, 'cause,
If we find a solution,
there's only one river
do you
we need
mind
to
lending us some manpower?
But they'll put up the roadblocks. There's no problem for them, stopping roads is hardly an issue for a government like this.
Alright.
The rivers, they simply can't. It's just not, not even not feasible. It's just not possible.
We don't need the entire river cut off, just the part of the river that rocks up to where they're dropping off the supplies and the part that leads away from it.
Oh, that's fine then. Yeah.
Arctic, has the chef ever been beaten in a match?
Has he ever been beaten in a match? Probably not. No.
He's about to.
I'm gonna spend 1,000 nuyen to have people doctor his fights to make it look like he lost, and then have Kinsu and other hot girls laughing at it when he hits the ground.
All right. No worries.
And then you're gonna send the video to him.
Oh no, it's gonna be constant. Like I'm just gonna I'm gonna blow up his phone with this sort of shit. And like I said, like with food and fucking hot women and pictures of piles of drugs. I'll also he's Thai, right?
Yeah.
He's a fighter. I will have them doctor. I'll have them doctor porn videos of lady boys just getting reamed out, but put his face on the lady boy.
All right.
But yeah, I'll just like keep those orders up and just keep like blowing up his phone with them.
Yeah. No worries. No worries. Who do you get to manufacture these works of high art? Or do you just like do grade 7 meme job, like, you know, fucking chef's head on the top of a fucking chihuahua while it fucks a Great Dane, you know, is that the level of sophistication we're going with? I'm not sure. We're trying to convince people or not?
I'm gonna do like 5,000. And I'm just gonna hire like 3 artists for like 3 different levels.
Yeah,
Like I'll
just
give
the
3,000 to the
equivalent
guy
of
doing.
Fiverr.
What's that?
So you're using like the Matrix equivalent of Fiverr, just like a freelance service.
Yeah, I don't like Trey doesn't fucking. He'll just go on there, but you'll plug in and just find people like, hey, can you do this? Do this. And like I said, it'll be 3,000, 1,500, and 500. And he'll just get as big of a store of streams and just keep sending them out.
All right. You make some decidedly lewd videos of questionable quality. But there are some great programs out there. There are some great deep throat programs designed exactly for this particular sort of blackmail or intimidation. And yeah, now the internet knows that he's got a little whiner. But it hasn't had the effect that I expect that you're anticipating, where he rusts out and throws his shirt down on the ground and challenges God to a personal combat.
I'm not worried. It still has to be annoying.
It is. Can confirm.
And he has
no,
nothing
can't
but time.
confirm, but anyway. Never happened.
And Trey, Trey wouldn't know the difference. In Trey's mind, this is funny as shit.
Exactly. Virgin humor, right?
Yeah. As part of besieging the compound, as sort of a last little contingency, Godfather's got 4 little tripod turrets. He's just gonna set them up like 100 meters from the opposite riverbank, along where they were dropping off the supplies, so that if anything gets through, we can send an order and light them the fuck up.
Perfect.
Yeah, with the guys cutting off the 2 sort of rivers leading in, the turrets and the roadblock, I think we should be good to start besieging these guys.
Hey, did G9 ever end up finding any explosives at the hotel?
Did you find any explosives? No. We just found people who were trying to make inroads but were stopped by an overly suspicious manager. Unregistered fucking maintenance people, that sort of shit.
I would say a reasonably suspicious.
Yeah, apparently G and I didn't concur, but yeah, good chance we stopped a bombing there. Okay. Yeah, the one last thing I think we should look out for as part of this siege is using the drone for sort of overhead surveillance. Figure out where like they're storing their food. Like they got a big freezer or a mess hall or something like that.
All of those sort of things can be expected to be found in this building. Like if it's unless it's a garden tool or it's motor operated, then it's probably in here. And more particularly here in the yellow part. Yeah.
Can we? And what are they using for power all the way out here?
Probably like a portable nuclear generator, something like that. Cold fusion isn't a thing, is it? I don't know, but there would be some kind of like hyper lithium battery, some shit, you know. It's the sort of shit that Neo's got in his fucking car.
I think they might have fusion in Shadowrun.
Right.
I think like that's it's not common, but I think like the ecology when Raikou ecology had fusion reactors.
Yeah, they're not a like portable thing, but you can there's plasma for engines, which is what like I got on the both the big vehicles. It lets you break down pretty much anything into usable fuel.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, they won't have something quite like that. They'd have a more sophisticated tool than what you've got. You know, the sort of thing designed to keep Toyota car plant factories running during blackouts. You know, that sort of shit. Yeah. Some super Tesla battery.
Yeah, looking for like heat vents or anything like that. Can we figure out where that is?
Underneath the facility, yeah, the heat would be redistributed to the crocodile facilities for maximum heating efficiency. They'd a sophisticated kind of you know how we design green cities these days, and we take waste energy and redistribute it. That's what they would have done because it's a fairly new facility. It was built in like the 2050s. It's private enterprise. It's not government, so it's been maintained pretty well. Yeah. Heating and energy, while not impossible to deal with, does seem like it would be extremely difficult. There doesn't seem to be any obvious way to cut the power. And while you could cut the sewerage, that might not really matter anyway. The Cambodians are probably quite used to shitting in a bucket.
Yeah, but only so many places you can put those buckets.
Yep, fair call. Yep, fair call. And if we're going for a 6-month siege, they'll probably die of dysentery.
Yeah. Well,
a 6-day siege, and they might not even notice the smell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The point is, they know that eventually they will. So yeah, we figured out they're keeping food and that kind of shit in like the yellowish area.
I have returned.
What's the what are the buildings made out of?
Good. That's a good question. Brick. Not the strongest material, but a strong material nonetheless. Brick tends to be a sign of affluence in countries like this. Oh, you've got a brick house, you motherfucker. Yeah, so brick would be a basic foundation. It's also, but the inside cores might be far more hardened. Let's assume that this is some kind of high-tech facility. it might be a fair assumption to think that it's a cyber surgery since they've got cybernetic animals here. In a war zone like this, it's probably a good idea to have some kind of super heavy hardening over a position like that, but that's just military theory. You have no evidence for that. So it's brick. The insides are probably fibro and other flimsy materials to save cost, but there would be areas, or there's likely to be areas that are going to be hardened to a AAA level. Again, if it's a proper cyber surgery, you don't want that getting hit by tropical cyclones, for example. A Category 5, Category 6 cyclone could cause $1 billion of damage if you haven't got a strong enough building.
All right. Well, my instinct the moment is just to kind of put more pressure on him. We start off by launching like 3 or so big mortars into the like area they're sleeping and sort of resting out of armor. Then we take the other 6 we got and blow the fuck out of the yellow building. See if we can, ruin their food supply. It may even be worth concocting some like white phosphorus, just to really make sure we fuck up anything inside there.
How accurate are like the mortars?
With a remote platform, I'm pretty confident I can put one wherever we want to. The only tricky part may be launching them simultaneously.
I mean, like, could you put one like through a window or something?
Probably. I mean, it'd be hard, but I'm good at that.
I mean, that is like a big. I suppose like putting some white phosphorus like canister through like the window of their barracks.
Well, they don't have a barracks. They're all sleeping out in like
And no, they have like
vehicles and RVs and shit in the parking lot.
the tower area, don't they?
The guardhouse.
Yeah.
And I'm saying like the windows are probably boarded up, but it's going to be weaker than the wall.
Yeah, they're still glass windows, so a bullet will break through them. But they might not be glass, but
I assume at this point they would be glass, like they'd like board it up or do something to it.
Yeah, good point. Yeah, some sort of hardening makes a lot of sense. Absolutely.
But my point is
that,
but my point was like the canisters more likely to like smash through like whatever barrier they quickly put up than like the brick wall.
I was thinking a 1-2. We launch a round of high explosive to open up holes, and then we follow with the Lily Pete.
That's also a good idea.
So yeah, we can launch like if I spend some time to make some shells, we can do like one bombardment along the sleeping area, then some white phosphorus to light up all the gasoline and that kind of shit. Then a second bombardment along the food house, and then another one with white phosphorus to set the whole place there alight. And then, like, we've got them properly fucked up for a siege. Yeah, sort of the mindset we're looking for if we want to make another fucking negotiation attempt.
It would be good if you had like more contact, like if you could contact more of them, because like some of the other ones might be having doubts, and not just Chef.
I mean, if we want someone else we can talk to in there, I can theoretically put us in touch with any matrix signal, but
well, I mean, what if we flood them with job offers for, like sub-Saharan Africa, like Ghana?
just send them other career consideration. Well, first of all, these guys seem like they're lab rats. Like, I'm not even. Well, from our general surveillance, how do these trolls act? Do they act like normal trolls, like scratching their asses and that kind of shit, or are they like automatons?
No, they're neither of those things. Actually, they're neither of those things. You analyze some of the footage that you've got, right? Some of the battle cams of your own performances, and as you blow away chunks of these guys' armor, they aren't even necessarily Asian. Yeah, some Cambodians can get pretty damn dark skinned, but not that dark skinned. They're not that white skinned. It looks like these trolls are a range of ethnicities. And as for their performance, they aren't arse scratching Homer Simpsons that just lays around getting their job simply because they're big cunts. And neither are they fucking rigged dudes who are being mind controlled. They are professional soldiers. They're not the best, but they're good. You know, the fact that they're trolls is probably why they've been hired, because they are trolls. But if let's assume that these guys weren't trolls and they were just regular humans, they'd still be worth hiring as army reserve. You know, they're still good enough to serve. You might not put them on the front line. You might not call them your elite unit, but give them enough heavy armor, give them a good enough weapon, and you know, they can hold off anything short of a tank.
Yeah, I mean, we fucking took on the airport by ourselves, and these guys are difficult to fuck with.
Yeah. That's right. The airport were, you know, cadets. They're kids with a bit of military training. These guys are soldiers. They just happen to be trolls as well, making them, you know, super soldiers.
I mean, what if we talk to the guy who we asked to do the roadblock, and I mean, an official pardon and a better job might get some of them to reconsider their current employer.
Yeah, but they might be too professional for that one. We might have to get their commander to like surrender to have them follow.
I mean, they're obviously mercenaries, so, and it can't hurt. Like, yeah, so maybe they are, and then that doesn't cost us anything, right? Like, send it out. We don't even have to go to the fucking Johnson about it. Just send out the offer and see what happens. You know what I mean? Because if it works, then we'll arrange it with the Johnson. And then we can use those guys as reinforcement of, hey, you can walk away from this and live in, you know, another job right now.
We want to save that for after we've made our point with mortars.
Yeah, but that might make it personal as well.
We've already
No,
killed a baker's dozen of them.
I was gonna say, yeah, I agree with Godfather on the make it as miserable as possible before you're like, hey, you guys sick of this shit? You wanna come over here with warm blankets and hot chicks and good food? Full presidential pardon?
Yeah, we're gonna back them into
Who would like that?
We're gonna make the remainder of their days look like absolute living hell, and then we're gonna offer them an escape.
Oh, and then can we make sure that they get the videos of Chef getting just pounded too? Maybe put a little bit of doubt in the leadership in their minds.
Yeah, sure, we can send it out as part of the propaganda package. Okay, so I guess first up here is setting up for the mortar bombardment. That I guess I'm gonna need to try to throw together some white phosphorus shells. Which you can make white phosphorus out of like pretty basic
Match heads and
components.
shit. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, anything that you can, anything you can grab phosphorus out of.
Yeah, with the
Just white
fertilizers,
phosphorus
fucking
is incredibly
cleaning products.
unstable.
Yeah.
All right. So roughly how much will it run to get me enough to make like 6 mortar shells worth?
Probably a ton by the time you break it down. Yeah, it might not be quite that much. Might be about half a ton or even a quarter of it, but it'd be fucking commercial amounts. You'd need a lot to get the chemical process going. A lot of the chemical reaction would surely lose something. Whatever happens in the chemical reaction would be lost to atmosphere, presumably. Anyway, it's a lot. Quarter of a ton.
Alright, not using locally sourced stuff, then just probably make a matrix search for like a chemical supplier.
They can get it
figure out
delivered to Bangkok or or Phnom Penh.
Yeah,
They
I'll
can't get it
make
further inland than that.
I can make a flight to Bangkok to pick this shit up.
No worries. So that's a few more days onto our task, but that was always intended.
I mean, it's part of the starving them out process as well.
Yeah, we're gonna have to wait a few days anyway.
Those videos are going to take a little bit of time. But I have a special one for the mortar attack. I put it in the general chat in Discord.
So yeah, I guess I gotta try to make 6 white phosphorus shells.
Okay.
No idea what the threshold should be here, so I'll just start making armor checks, I guess.
Yeah.
Or
heavy weapons
would you
is
prefer chemistry? I also got.
Oh yeah, that works. Either of those are fine. Yeah, quick chemistry is probably what you want. Yeah. Armor is not going to stop you from adding the wrong fucking ratios and causing yourself to be killed in an explosion.
Yeah. I also have demolitions with a spec and improvised explosives.
That's perfect. Yeah. Then in that case, you could do a demolitions roll instead, because you can know fucking nothing about chemistry and still be a good bomb maker if you know how to make bombs. No, in fact, no one I've ever seen makes a bomb who has made a bomb even got through high school chemistry, so it's totally possible.
I guess not many. I guess it's just the type of person who ends up making bombs.
There is, man. There is, and they're called Queenslanders, I think. Anyway.
Yeah, I grew up in fucking West Virginia. I've been
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, they're also called Americans. Yeah, don't worry, I'm sure.
You want an assist on the demolitions, Neo?
Yeah, absolutely. Want to
Yeah,
give me a hand?
help
I
them
assume
then
it's going to be
as
an
well.
extended check. Okay, so that's another 7 dice on that first check. Okay, so 6 on the first check. And you have someone assisting you in extended. It's like they roll and then you roll, right?
I don't even know.
Extended, I roll once and apply that to all your checks.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet then.
Yeah. So that's a tremendous amount of assistance, and we'll surely get you over the edge.
In the medicine section of the book.
Right. That's it. 15 is about right. It's not a particularly difficult product. It might misfire. It's after all, it is just improvised explosives, and you're putting it into an old-fashioned military machine, so everything could go disastrously wrong. Don't glitch on the mortar checks when you operate the heavy weapons, and things should be fine. And if you are going to glitch, then do it remotely so that there's no one standing near the fucking thing.
Yeah, make sure there's nobody within 100 meters of the mortar platform. Okay.
How did we resolve mine?
It exploded. We killed a few orcs. Of the trolls, and then we ran off.
Yeah, basically.
All right, sound plan.
Yeah, we established these guys are really slow to respond, but if they figure out where we are, pretty much anywhere in the compound is within range to have 30 grenades launched at them.
All right, tactical retreat. I like it.
Yep. Fortunately, these guys can't hit for shit.
Fair enough. All right, get back to your bomb making. You got this.
Yeah, we got it. So yeah, that's 6 white phosphorus shells, and I guess we'll set them up along the mortar tubes. Okay. Yeah, I guess we can just go ahead and launch these once we're in position.
Seeing it's a few days, can I try to summon another spirit?
I don't see any reason why not. No.
Yeah, go 4/6.
Yeah, absolutely. You're going to bind it or just summon it?
Yeah, I'll bind it as well.
So do I have to? So you do the resist for summoning first, and then the binding. They're two different roles, right?
Yeah, they're two
Both
different.
have to be
I have to
done?
summon it first and then bind it.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah. So resist is resist.
Summoning and then 12 dice to resist the binding.
Perfect. So it gets 2 odd successes on the first one, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to resist the binding.
Oof. Here's the binding. And you said like edge comes back every day, didn't you?
One edge.
Oh,
yeah,
one edge.
not all edge.
Okay,
yeah.
so I'll use one edge on like the binding test then. No dice.
So that's not going to be enough, is it? Because it'll be 6 versus 6.
Should turn that off, but here's my actual drink. 4. Yeah, so I think I pretty much have to let the spirit go. Like, I don't think I'll be able to like bind this one.
Yeah.
Okay, back to the mortar stuff.
Alrighty. Back to the mortar stuff.
All right. I'm trying to think of how to do this mechanically. Think, yeah, I can slave targeting if I make a sensor lock. Okay, I figured out what I need to do. All right. So I guess step 1 will be getting the surveillance plane up in the air, so I can mark exactly where I'm gonna put these mortars. From up there, I gotta make it's called a sensor attack on what I'm aiming for. It's pretty general here, but still a threshold of 3. Okay, so with that, I've marked out the parking lot basically, sort of the highest population or concentrated areas where there's guys outside of their armor, like sleeping or some shit. I presume I'm doing this at night. And I gotta make one more for the yellow building. Okay, also got that. Okay, and I can now share that data with the mortar tubes and launch them as a single action. Okay.
One thing that you'll have noticed is that during the past days or day or whatever, sometime during your surveillance, they went and retrieved the corpse of Long March. It took them maybe 5 days before they actually went out and grabbed it, but they did go and get it eventually, and they take it inside. Mm.
Okay. So with that, I'll go ahead and kick off the first barrage on the parking lot. So this will be the first 3 high explosive mortars. Those are on target. Second barrage with the white phosphorus on target. So the high explosives hit the parking lot, and then it lights off with the white phosphorus shells, and then the second volley high explosive, and then white phosphorus on the yellow building.
All right. Bernie.
Yes, sir.
No, that's what's happening. Sorry, I was not talking to you. I apologize. It is
It's all good.
Bernie here and here.
I will begin broadcasting my specially made videos at this time to all the trolls.
You might say they're hot, or on fire, or phosphorus.
All right.
You probably wouldn't say the third, but you'd be more likely to say one of the other two.
Phosphorescent, maybe. Or maybe fluorescent.
Not too bad. Not bad. All
Gotta
right.
keep the pun game sharp.
Sure do. Speaking of keeping things sharp, something that has absolutely nothing to do with sharpness is the trolls, who are going and getting fire extinguishers, of which there are only a handful, but still a few. Fire burns between the cars, and the cars start fucking exploding. Probably takes care of about 5 of the trolls. We'll reduce this down now to times 5. And so it causes some pretty heavy casualties among the trolls who are sleeping. Some of them are wearing pieces of armor. Most of them are unarmored. But the fire on the actual building is largely contained by firefighting trolls, both inside and out. It causes some damage, but it's I wouldn't call it cosmetic. I would just call it not structural. Like you eat away at the roof, but the paneling, but you don't actually destroy the ceiling. That's
the point was to blow the ceiling up with the first round of high explosive, and then use the white phosphorus to set fire to everything inside.
Oh, right. Okay. All right. That's a lot more effective. Yeah, that's a lot more effective. No worries. So you pop a hole, and then you pop the phosphorus in there. It begins burning. They were able to bring it underneath control, but the damage is a lot more extensive, and the gift shop is ruined.
Not the gift shop.
What would we do about the little plush alligators?
Fucking.
Now we'll have to print our own T-shirts.
Exactly. The mugs.
What news will I bring from this extra excursion?
I think you can salvage the mugs and the spoons. They're probably still okay. But
I'm gonna
Barney
ask
and the
about a
crocodile.
spoon, though.
Well, yeah, I think people stopped collecting those in the 1950s. So.
That's fair. Still, there's probably a niche market, so worth it at least a little.
You know what else survived is those number plates that have got your personalised name. Roger, CM Reap. Thomas, CM Reap. Anita, they're intact.
All right. Now, as I think when we send him the old, we got more mortar shells than you've got trolls pitch.
We're not going to try the career opportunities await.
Well, yeah. I mean, that can also be directed at them. We got more mortar shells than you got use.
Well, it's pretty much like you give them their options. Like you can stay here and get bombed, or you can leave and get a better job.
Yeah, basically. There's a lot of employment out there, and most of it doesn't involve being besieged in a compound with mortars dialed in on you. You guys can phrase that however you'd like, though. I'm not a diplomat.
Technically, my character is though.
Well, let's see what you come up with.
I suppose that'd be like the thing I was saying before. Let's give them their options. Like you can either stay here and get bombed, or you can like just, I guess, surrender and go somewhere else, get a better job.
Yeah, just make the point that we're not ideologues, and they don't seem to be either. So, let's be sensible
It's like
here.
we're not fanatics. You're not fanatics. Let's like not die here.
Yeah. We're both capitalists, and we both know mortar shells are expensive.
And we can just send that to everyone in the
Reason
compound, can't
always
we?
triumphs. That could work.
Would that be a diplomat? Could I use like diplomacy in negotiation here?
Sure.
Oof, 8.
Okay. So I guess you've summed up well enough. There's no need for me to ask you to repeat, the terms. It's pretty simple. We've got bombs. You've got bodies. Our bombs outnumber your bodies. Join us. But although that you've put it in a nutshell exactly what you want, negotiations are delicate operations. There's yeah, they often require a little more precision than that. So for starters, who do we contact?
I suppose we can send like broader messages to like the grants and send more specific messages like to the leadership and see if they have any like particular like requests or like conditions.
Yeah. We've tried talking with the chef at least, and he seems very hostile to the idea. Whereas if we just
We don't know what the other guys are
basically-
thinking.
Yeah, if we either send the message just like every comm we can spot externally, or I mean, we could just park the van a distance away and fucking broadcast it over the loudspeaker. Drop propaganda leaflets, like we can do
Because I
this
think
however we
sending
want
like
to.
general ones, like general messages to the the trolls, being like, we don't necessarily want to kill you, but we could. But and to the leaders, like start sending them things like, I guess, offers to like start negotiations for like proper surrender.
And when you say the leaders, what do you mean?
Excuse me.
When you say the leaders, what do you mean?
I think the named characters. I think.
Yep. All right. Well, these are just ideas at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you're ready to do something definitive, like let me know.
Okay.
Let's just try to bleed off the trolls.
Yeah, let's just bleed away the manpower, because those are the
Also-
problem here. If those guys are gone,
So
we can
target the
rock
trolls
right up and do
first
whatever
with
we
offers
want.
of like surrender.
Yeah,
No,
clemency.
not surrender. We'll give you a pardon
Yeah,
and a job
walk
working for the
away.
new government. If you guys are,
Yeah.
if you're interested.
Hey, you guys
They
do
don't
want a new
even
job?
have to work for us. They just have to walk away. Like, that's all we're asking of them.
And yeah, just hey, If you guys are tired of working here, we have another job for you. If they are mercenaries, they might consider it. If they're not, no harm done. It doesn't cost us anything.
I mean, if these guys are mercs, we'd probably be better off just offering them the ability to walk away rather than put do you want to betray your employer? Or, instead just offer them, do you want to get out of a contract before it kills you?
I mean, yeah, do both.
Yeah.
We'll let anybody who wants to walk away, and we'll take, we'll hire anybody that wants to get hired.
Yeah, that sounds like it would work.
And then put like a 24-hour counter on it.
Yeah.
Or like anyone who walks out of the compound in 24 hours won't be bothered.
Any troll that
exactly.
walks out of the compound in 24 hours won't be bothered.
No, so, yeah, because we're just doing the trolls at the moment.
Yeah, no, well, we want Chef and
the rest of them.
Fuckstick, the rolling guy, Death Roll. We want them totally isolated and fucked.
Yeah, if we get those guys by themselves, we can plan a much simpler operation. But at the moment, with these 30 trolls between us and them, it really limits our options.
Well,
so if we
with
get
all the trolls gone, we can probably just kind of walk in.
Yeah, so I guess that's sort of the plan. Then we'll target them with a 24-hour period where they can leave without being bothered by us. Or where they can.
But it has to have a counter on it. On the Matrix message, it has to have a counter.
He said 24 hours.
And that way they can watch it ticking down. Because once the first guy leaves, this is like fucking ringing the bell in selection. Or fucking taking the blanket in Ranger School. The first guy to take the blanket is fucking brave as fuck. But as soon as he does, everybody else does it.
Yeah, and hopefully we can get a massed effect out of these guys. And if that happens, it makes the rest of the job much simpler. I mean, even if this just makes 10 of them leave in the middle of the night or something, that makes our job much easier. Yeah, and we should probably, I don't know, add something at the end, everybody who leaves the compound before sunrise, gets full clemency. Nothing will happen to them. There's even a job waiting for them if they'd like it. Whereas everybody who's still in there gets to participate in round 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on of bombardment.
So I guess to summarize, we'll target the trolls, tell them that they have 24 hours to leave, and if they do, they'll be given they'll be treated mercifully. They'll be given potentially new jobs.
So is that an action? Is that what you? I guess not.
I wouldn't phrase it like, "Hey, come work for us," because these guys probably don't fucking trust us. We'd probably be better off just offering you can leave and disappear and go back to doing whatever.
This could be the end of this job for you. Just go and do whatever you want, and we won't stop you.
Yeah, we're offering them an out, not a not come work for us. These scary shadow government guys. Just offering them an out. You can walk away.
Okay, to rephrase my summary then, we're giving you an out. You have 24 hours to leave.
Yeah, anybody who's out of the compound by sunrise, they're out. They get to leave and walk away, and as far as we're concerned, they're not a part of this anymore. Whereas anybody who's still in there is gonna be in there. If they don't starve, they're gonna eat a mortar.
I mean, you could do the whole thing by just Matrix broadcasting a Monopoly get out of jail free card with a counter.
On that, since we brought that exact idea up, it's then that you notice that your Matrix broadcasting ability is being interfered with. Perhaps there's some kind of alien invasion, or maybe it's gamma rays from the sun, or maybe Matrix 3.0 is about to launch, but for whatever reason, you've lost all communication except that which is direct with your party, the direct links that you'd already got. There's some interference in the Matrix.
Zen, like, fucking with my ability to like remote control or anything like that, is there just communications?
Communications at this stage.
Right.
Because they have like their
Godfather
super hackers.
Yeah, fuck this shit. Full wireless or full offline protocol. I am going through and scrubbing my shit clean. And I'm probably not going wireless the rest of this campaign. Like if they're moving things up to that level, I'm not playing fucking games.
Yeah. You feel clever, I suppose, in the fact that you're able to get them before they escalate it a step further, and you're left wondering perhaps why they only targeted your communications and didn't just go straight ahead and hack your machines and pit them against you.
Yeah. Like, I don't trust what these guys are up to, but yeah.
In any case, it doesn't destroy your plan overall, your plan to start a mutiny. It might, but it does prevent you from sending SMSs that are like, "Hey, are you part of an illegal mercenary outfit and are looking for a way out?" Well, call. Yeah, you can no longer do that.
Let's just, I mean, the get out of jail free card thing works, and it's kind of clever to be funny. But let's just physically print them and airdrop them.
I was going to get T-shirt cannon, but yeah, sure, we can drop them.
Okay, I guess
All
we'll
right.
find a printer.
Yep, the government has a Xerox machine from the 1980s. No, they probably don't, but anyway.
We're going old school.
Oh, you know what you can do? You can get the kids. All the kids give them all a notepad, and they write it out with handwriting.
I think
they practice their English.
No, the compound has a printer because I remember we printed out something before. I got Godfather to print out the transcriptions of the data pads.
I'm confident that we aren't going to be defeated by a Xerox issue. I'm confident.
We need a printer. This might as well give up.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll print out like 500 like cards on like thick card stock.
What language?
On one side I guess on one side it'll be like the standard Monopoly get out of jail free card in like English, just the iconic look, and on the back like in English, Thai, and Khmer, like repeated over.
Guess what the number one selling board game in 2073 was? Monopoly. It was Monopoly. All right. Yeah. So anyway,
get it? Yeah. Because the corporations have monopolies.
Oh, not really. Just because Monopoly wins every year. That motherfucking game, man. I fucking hate Monopoly. It's not that bad.
Sucks.
I loved it once upon a time, but could you play a different game, guys?
And in more recent ones, people just keep adding house rules that just make it worse.
Exactly. Well, since you mentioned it, this is actually Monopoly Redmond Seattle version, and all of the tokens are like drug addict orcs and beaten up cars and stuff like that. It's amazing. You got to get yourself a copy. 2073 best selling board game. Anyway, back to the. So you've got these get out of jail free cards on one side written in English, and what's on the other side?
Repeated in English, Thai, and Khmer, I guess.
Actually, do a Matrix search. What are the top 10 most popular languages?
Mandarin, English, and
I don't need a list, but just
Hindu. What's the Hindu language? Indian? I don't know.
yeah, just do the top 10 languages on the other side.
Yeah, just repeat it in like 10 languages.
It's only one sentence, so just.
Can you imagine this troll picking it up and he's like trying to read this little 8-point with his big troll eyes. Me not understand. Me speak 4 languages of this, but cannot read. anyway, as you say, as long as it's a short message, then it should be fairly easy. 25 words or less. What are we gonna put?
Yeah. Leave the compound by sunrise and live. Stay and starve or explode.
All right.
Exploration.
All right.
And I guess today's date as well, so that they don't like come out in 3 days and get like shot in the head.
Expiration that expires.
Well,
Offer expires. This
They'll
date,
probably
this time.
figure out the timer starts when the fucking
When
leaflets
stuff
land
gets
on them.
dropped. Yeah, okay, we
Yeah.
can do that then.
Can we print them on digital paper?
Save money. I suppose so, but you've got no way of distributing it. The digital paper.
No, digital paper. It's a physical item. It's like paper, but
Is it?
You can change it's like a tablet, like a Kindle, but paper.
Yeah, but we're
Yeah.
dropping that out of
Like if you,
a plane. Won't that break?
No, it's paper.
It's probably not
Yeah,
available, or is it available? I don't know.
it's pretty ubiquitous.
Okay,
and
let's go with
then
yes
You
then.
can have a longer message, but then it like the language.
Yeah, it
rotate,
every like 5 seconds it shifts languages or something.
Oh, I see.
And then you can also still have a timer that's counting down.
All right.
and
In
like
that
a
case,
physical
it'll be.
timer on it.
It's going to be 1 million a page.
Okay, I'll drop. Okay, let's get our point across. I'll drop 1,000 million on pamphlets.
All right, no worries. Okay, so we drop the pamphlets. Get out of there, and or get burned or starved to death.
Yeah,
done.
leave by sunrise. Full
Think of
clemency.
newspapers you see in science
stay,
fiction movies where the
starve
articles
or
update in
explode.
real time.
Oh yeah, because the paper can actually have a timer on it. So fucking Trey gets his timer and everything. Fucking everyone's gonna be happy with this, I reckon.
There's 1,000 little timers now littered around the compound.
All given a soft little beep. Little order. Anyway, maybe not. All right, that's fantastic. And you drop them at what time?
Probably like sunset, and the papers will say like leave by sunrise.
Leave by sunrise. How can they read it in the dark? Oh, they're trolls.
Demographic.
Yeah.
Not low light.
And we're dropping them at sunset.
Just drop them at
Still
noon
light out.
and give them till noon.
Okay,
yeah. Drop them at noon and give them until noon tomorrow.
I think that's a better idea myself as well. Or sunrise until sunrise, but noon until noon is better. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I figured right at sunset, because then it's dark and they can all run off.
Yeah, and you'll get an idea at sunrise of just how many of them are left. Yeah.
And I suppose if they all have a meeting, decide they're going to stand their ground, and then in the middle of the night, like 5 of them can decide, oh, we're going to sneak off.
Yeah.
Well, plus when they wake up and see the guys that have snuck off, they have to watch the sun crawl up as the counter goes down, and that's gonna. Yeah, I mean that's gonna mess with them.
Oh, just imagine
it's
waking
make
up.
Or break at that point, right?
Just imagine waking up.
Yeah.
That's like, just imagine waking up in the morning and half of your friends have abandoned you. It's like.
Yeah. All right.
And yeah,
well, let's
it's
make
already too late then.
Let's make a Stalinist propaganda roll. What have we got? Oh, this is more CIA propaganda, really. Like it was really the Americans that did the airdrops. So we still do it in South Korea to North Korea to today. So yeah.
This all the time in like Iraq and Afghanistan trying to talk down Taliban.
Let's make a Western propaganda test. What's that going to be?
Diplomacy, I'm guessing, which would be like negotiation.
I suppose. I guess so.
Or intimidation, mental.
Yeah.
Shouldn't it be a roll on their end?
Well, yes, yeah, but it should always.
Wouldn't it be like composure or something on their end?
Short
with some
answer is
negative?
yes, but games like this should always be in the hands of the players, right? And so, whatever rolls you make will give an indication of what they then have to match. Like there has to be a contest or
Yeah.
something.
Well, I have
Yeah.
negotiation, diplomacy, intimidation, instruction. I suppose that's not.
Yep.
So
Yeah, those. I can't think of anything better, and it's unlikely that anyone's got some sort of niche skill that is distribution of CIA propaganda. So we might as well go with that. Yeah. So pick whichever you think is most appropriate. Negotiation. That's cool. That's pretty high. It's extremely high, to be honest. That's higher than their
One?
willpower. Even what? Oh, that's one.
Oh no.
I thought it was.
Are we using the old one?
No, maybe. I don't know. Maybe.
Because I don't
Probably
think
not.
that one got used for anything. We just sort of rolled it.
Right. Yeah, good
when
point.
we were talking about negotiating with them, we're like, all right, I'll roll negotiation.
And that was the diplomacy.
Yep, that works. That's fine. All right. Yeah, no worries. Let's not make this harder than it needs to be. It's a good offer. They try to contact you via the Matrix. They're unable to. Their weapons are jammed, or their communications rather are jammed. All right, but there is one slight complication. Yeah, there is one slight complication, but it doesn't affect you. Yep.
Yeah, just to clarify, after dropping the leaflets, Godfather probably stay up in his plane, like stealth and circling the area, just to keep an eye on what happens, since he now doesn't trust his drones to do surveillance for him.
Yep. What sort of imaging are you using?
I've got magnification, low light, thermal,
Yep.
a couple other assorted sensors.
They're the three that you need. And so that you will see that the trolls are abandoning the institution en masse. And do you interfere in the in that?
No, I'm keeping an eye out for the officers, though. I don't want them to slip away in the crowd.
They send out the tigers. The tigers attack a couple of the trolls. There's a bit of gunfire, and that just causes the rout to get even more committed. And it looks like it's probably before midnight when all of this has happened, and doesn't look like there's any guards left by midnight.
I suppose there was the final nail was these guys are supposed to be on our team and they're sending cyber tigers after us.
Note how there was gunfire though. They took their weapons with them. Your low light imaging may have been able to pick that up. After all, it's pretty hard to hide a machine gun or even.
Figured they would. And to be frank, if these guys run off and turn to banditry or whatever, we can deal with that.
Yeah, man. What an awesome fucking idea! All these fucking mil-spec trolls with heavy machine guns and grenade launchers now infesting the jungles in between Cambodia, Laos, and Vietnam and Thailand. What a fucking military party they would be. They could set up their own nation. Anyway.
Yeah. But they are not going to be communist, I'm guessing, which is really what matters.
Yeah, I imagine they'll be quite totalitarian and pro-troll.
So yeah,
Neutral
trolls
nation.
have said fuck this shit.
That's it.
And left.
That's it. In Shadowrun lore, you got the trolls of the Black Forest, but now we got the trolls of the Southeast Asian jungle.
Or the troll underground, where a bunch of trolls living in the sewers, literally just seceded from Seattle.
Perfect.
But I guess they are. Nowadays, they're like a bona fide district of Seattle. They're all touristy and gentrified. It pisses them off. But the corps always win in the end. Anyway. So yeah. Well, I guess. So comms are still down, right?
Yeah.
I think we should. At this point, we could probably just drive the fucking van in there.
Yeah. The only thing I don't want to do is break my surveillance to go let you guys know that the trolls have all fucked off. But
I thought we still had
I
like
assume you guys will establish
I
that
thought we still had
yourselves.
inter-party like communication.
Yeah, you do.
What if you just use a burner phone, Neo, that's not connected to the rest of your devices?
When he said communications are down, I thought he meant like they'd done something to fuck with communications across the entire matrix grid. But if our comms are still working, they're just like, I don't know. Yeah, I'll use a burner to place a call to the team. And yeah, let them know. Seems our leaflets have worked. Trolls just hightailed it out of there. There was gunfire. Place is wide open.
We should probably wait until it's light out to, do anything else.
Yeah. Can any of you drive?
Yeah, I can.
All right. Congratulations. You get to operate the murder van.
We probably need to like look out for mines this time because we don't know what they've done defense-wise inside the compound.
Yeah. Onboard computer can do 90% of the work. That doesn't have to be matrix connected. But
Yeah, just jump in and turn on the autopilot.
yeah, Dogbrain should be able to handle it. But in case things go catastrophically wrong, I'm gonna need you to flip the switch and put your hands on the controls.
Yeah. I think I got like 8 dice, 9 dice.
Yeah, it's enough to drive a vehicle. Just try
Yeah,
not to do anything
Basic
fancy.
driving. I'm not nothing special, but
Oh, and don't use the cup holders.
All right. It looks like it's the final countdown.
Yeah, we still got all of our like taser and trank rounds and all that shit left from when we were planning to do the last one. So I guess now we can basically do the same thing, just without the obstacle of the trolls. You guys want to sneak in or just drive the van up and fuck with everything that pops out?
At this point, they can't have that many people left there. I think we
Maybe
should
like
just
just
drive up.
sneaking in, just like flashbanging in the rooms. That might be a good idea.
I mean, we could just drive up and challenge Chef,
Yeah,
and then have
let's-
Ricochet shoot him in the head with the fucking Gauss rifle. I mean, and then
well,
take
we
him
want
into
him alive
custody.
again.
You want him alive.
Well, as part of our doing our job, I think it's in all of our interests to get him alive.
Oh my god. Okay, we'll take him alive.
Look, the proper death of a commie is firing squad tied to a stake, right?
I thought it was beating to death with a lock in a lock in the sack. But whatever gets the job done, I really don't care.
All right. So yeah. Um, yeah, I can't really remotely operate anymore the party bus, but Ricochet, you can direct it to drop you guys off, provide some fire support, and you guys can pull it from there.
Fuck it. Let's do it.
Done.
We haven't
Alright.
died yet.
Well, the resistance is as pathetic as you'd anticipated. Where are you coming in this time?
Probably just
We're-
straight up the highway.
Right up the main road, through the gatehouse, just plow through that bitch.
Alright.
Do like 1,000,000 damage to any crocodile that like gets in the way, I guess.
Guess so. Alright, so you ram your vehicle through the wall, is that right?
Probably drive up to here. No,
Mhm.
what's this? This is separate buildings, isn't it? Or
You can have a look at the legend, it should be able to tell you.
like it says that there's the souvenir and the canteen shop, and it will be the arrival hall. Will be one big building, I think.
This is like lots of burnt out cars in here. Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if that first building was like one big building or multiple small buildings.
It's both. It's basically one big building that's been divided into several sectors. Most amusement parks, the entrance hall and the exit parlor are all the same building, but they're quite clearly kept separate.
Yeah, I think the yellow is one big building.
Exactly. Well, and which means the red part is part of that building. Yeah, the yellow part is all one big building, but it's subdivided into very distinct areas that are probably separated by walls a couple of inches thick.
I think probably just go straight up. Freehand. There we go. Through here. Along that.
The van.
Along that.
The van has a speaker system, right?
Yeah. Cool. What's the token?
And you've got to drive your tank along the visitors' walkway.
Yeah.
Over where the crocodiles, past the crocodile sort of pens.
Basically, yeah. So.
All
I
right.
think these are walkways.
They are walkways.
Yeah, so probably drive up. Yeah.
Yeah, walked on.
And then we determined, I think, didn't we, that the guys were all around hanging out
about
in
6, I think.
Well, it doesn't matter too much because when you try to drive over the walkway, your truck falls straight into the water below.
Yeah, it's amphibious.
It's amphibious, and the crocodiles are trying to bite you. Man, but yeah, they'd be on a slope designed for a crocodile. They're not just like a pool. It's not like dropping into an Olympic pool where you've just got a flat edge. You'd be able to drive out. And the crocodiles are trying to bite you. Here's the crocs. Look at them mauling. Look at them go for it. But there's what happens if the crocs bite your tires? Is there anything vulnerable at all to a cyber crocodile?
It's tracked, I think.
His tires are filled with foam. He said they're the run flats, so they'd actually have to tear them off.
He could probably do that.
Yeah,
Trey
they
will,
can't be like shot, but they can be majorly deformed. But
yeah, they could be mangled, and the crocodile would be able to bend the axle or the wheel rim or something like that to make the truck. So yeah, the vehicle has become immobilized.
Trey will push out flashbangs through the gun port at the crocodiles.
It blinds the crocs, but it doesn't stop them from attacking. They don't seem to be acting on natural instinct, but rather on remote control.
Actually, I've got an idea. Can I?
Flashbangs do
Go for
stun
it.
damage.
I'm sure these crocs aren't a challenge for you. I don't want to spend 35 minutes doing a combat.
I was thinking,
So,
can I just pull one of my spurts up to use as animal control power to get the alligator to go somewhere else?
Yeah, sure, we can give that a go.
It can control up to 6 of them.
Would it? But the alligators are being remote controlled. I guess it would be your contest against the rigger, basically.
What sort of test would that be? Because like the animal control power doesn't call for any test.
Oh, doesn't it?
If these
Right.
things are being rigor controlled, then the animal control power wouldn't work.
Oh, okay.
It's just not going to work. No, because they're effectively a drone. Yeah. They're no longer an animal at all. Yeah. All right. So the animal control power is not going to work over them. At this point, the elephant emerges. It's over in a different pond. It rises up from its pond, and it begins the slow process of charging us down.
Godfather literally calls Ricochet from the plane up above and says, "For fuck's sake, activate the treads and the turrets."
Trey will start randomly flipping switches and buttons.
Man, we grind the
Fire
vehicle
button.
over.
Yeah, press the button.
The crocs are still hanging on as we grind them over. We probably run them over in the process, but they're still hanging on with hydraulic jaws set to snap shut. So we make it over there with these half-dead crocodiles hanging off our vehicle, and the elephant is preparing to charge us.
I guess for that, Godfather will step in to keep his vehicle from getting mangled. He'll swoop down the plane and pop out the 50 cal turret and try to light the elephant the fuck up.
All right. Make an attack roll this time.
Hello?
Hey, make an attack roll this time. The elephant isn't dodging, but it's got a lot of armor. Or a lot of body, rather. A lot of body and a lot of, synthetic armor. Alright, so 6 will be 6 net hits. What's the damage at armor piercing?
With hits, it becomes 18 damage, 8 armor piercing.
Alright.
Trey would help out with that through the gun port.
Alright, resist 10 on yours, and go ahead, Trey, make a shot as well.
And that would be 22 8 armor piercing.
Alright, perfect. So, your first, over a typical round, you guys are going to get like 3 or 4 shots off each. And the first one doesn't even slow the elephant down, and it just keeps charging. And then you just unleash, bang, 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 so many times, until eventually the elephant's momentum is the only thing that's still driving it forward, and it crashes into your vehicle, pins it up against the wall of the other vehicle, but the elephant is dead. The crocodiles are still hanging on. Your vehicle is tilted up at a 35-degree angle, pinned up against a brick wall that is half caved in. What do we do?
Is it completely immobilized, or can I keep going forward?
It's pretty much immobilized, but you're at your destination anyway.
No other response other than the crocs and the elephant?
No sound of gunfire. No. There's a. That's all. Yeah. No sound of gunfire. No animals.
Are the
roaring.
turrets shooting at the crocodiles at all?
Oh yeah, the crocodiles are still moving, so the turrets are shooting at them. But at this point, it's just their hydraulic jaws that are hanging on.
Yeah, cool. I want to check the sensors and see, like, is there anyone in the building?
Aha. Make a sensor roll.
What do I need to roll for that?
Electronic warfare, maybe?
Neo?
Yeah, if you ask the van very nicely to do it, it can do it for you. You'll have 12 dice to electronic warfare.
Alright.
All right.
I should have electronic warfare to assist. Damn it.
2 successes. It will indicate some indeterminate heat signatures in the basement.
That's of building number 6.
That's right, in the lower levels of building number 6.
Can I at least tell if they're like metahuman heat signatures, or I can't tell anything at all?
With 2 successes, no.
No, okay.
You can tell that there are multiple, but that's all.
Would you
Not
like?
a large number, like somewhere between 2 and 5, probably.
In the basement. All right.
Mm-hmm. Basement doesn't appear to be very large. Big enough for you to do a turning circle in your vehicle, so I guess that's a pretty big basement. But in comparison to the building itself, it's
Can I see how many access points to the basement?
only one that you can tell at least, not including things like ventilation shafts and sewers and shit like that, which your vision's not going to pick up.
But like a door, basically a door behind a counter somewhere or something.
Yeah, that's right. Door behind a counter, set of stairs leads down into an area, probably about. Let's have a look. Probably about 12 meters by 12 meters.
Door open or closed?
15 meters. The door has been destroyed. Most of the infrastructure has been destroyed.
So open.
Yeah, the correct answer is open.
I'll toss flash grenade down there. Flashbang.
All right.
Grenade.
So, yeah. So you get out of the van and start having a look around.
Yeah, I think so.
Would you like an
You want
increased
to pop a
reflexes before
smoke
you go out?
grenade first?
No, I'll just
What
get
do
out.
you guys go down there with what do you do me courtesy of attaching my winch to the ground somewhere behind the vehicle so it can haul itself out while you guys are down there?
Yeah, Trey can do that.
And
He'll keep an eye out for cracks.
I'll give an increased reflexes to
Actually,
Ricochet
rather than a
before he
flashbang,
goes off.
I'll chuck a tear gas grenade down there.
He can add 1 to your.
All right. So you have tossed your tear gas grenade down there. The party is all standing out in the front of this basement. Yeah. You can look down into the darkness there. There's no sign of any light.
Yeah, okay, so the heat extinguisher is probably machinery.
Fuck, you guys think they scurried out?
I've been watching the place the whole time. I didn't see him. My guess is there's more than one basement in this place, or it's bigger than we think.
So you're standing amid the rubble, the phosphorus burnt remnants of a gift store, and you're at the top of this smouldering, or rather, tear gas filled basement. It's the gas is wafting up the staircase, which itself has suffered extreme amounts of burning. And you hear something down within the basement wheeze.
I'll put a gas mask on and head down.
Ditto.
All right. Put yourselves down on the staircase as you see a cyber crocodile come into view shortly after you begin to take your first steps down the staircase.
Is the tear gas still lingering?
I'm probably dissipating about now. It's kind of up to you in a way. I really suspect. How long does the tear gas last? I wouldn't think that long. But so if you want to go down there while it's still a bit gassy or not, it's probably
Comes
your
in there
choice.
after 2 minutes of contact with the air.
hasn't been 2 minutes. It's been about 30 seconds, maybe even 60. We'll say 60 for a round number. Are you going down there while the tear gas is still bubbling away?
I hear the wheezing, yeah.
All right, chuck yourself
Yeah, I got
down.
a gas mask.
Alright, so toxin resistance test, because it's contact anyway.
And we'll roll for initiative.
So I'm probably not going to be involved in this. I'll just clarify. Godfather stays up in the plane outside and keeps
And I guess I
an eye out
won't be
for, like,
much use
reinforcements.
either.
All right. Ricochet, you're going in, right?
Yep.
All right. If you're able, just chuck yourself down on the map at the top of the stairs or somewhere behind Trey.
Why is it? That's why it's not letting me. Away.
That's it.
Sorry, I was in the middle of doing a macro when you changed map. We didn't like it.
No worries, man. Just that, trying to get it done.
No, you're right. Are you still maintaining that initiative spell, Fenway?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
hang
have
on,
no
that
reason
was
to
last
drop it.
fight. Oh, no, that was a different fight. Everyone.
No, I did a new initiative, I did a new increased reflexes. I only got one success this time though, but it was 4-6.
Okay.
Was that on me still?
Yeah, I was in you again.
Just drop it. It won't actually do anything. With
I
only
thought
one
I thought it'd
success.
give you one.
No, because I've already got +1, but they're not compatible with each other, so
Okay, I'll just drop it then.
yeah.
Cool. All right. So, Trey, you see a crocodile crawling along the ground towards you. It seems to be low enough that the tear gas probably isn't affecting it a lot anyway. Then again, they're probably not going to breathe as much as, say, a mammal would.
That's contact.
Okay, cool. In any case, the crocodile doesn't seem to be severely affected by the tear gas. What do you do?
I will step on the. I'll stretch the mono whip out so it's vertical, in line with the crocodile between me and it,
Yeah.
and wait for it to inevitably run into it.
All right.
Kind of hoping it splits itself in two.
No worries. Much closer. Hiding among the bushes. The boxes rather. You see a tall Thai orc emerge. He gives a satisfying grunt and launches himself into hand-to-hand combat with you.
My stance is still going to work here. It'll just be funnier.
Kind of well. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, running over there's obviously not going to be a problem. So I guess I'll give you a reaction attack on him before he hits you, as if you'd begun the fight rather than him. Okay. And he
That's my toxin
dodges.
resistance test, by the way, Arctic.
Sorry.
I'm
Oh, right, cool.
I'm not trying to move. I'm just holding it out there it's a good chance that he doesn't see it, and if he doesn't know it's a mono whip, him trying to hit me is probably going to hit the mono whip.
And if it was a mook, absolutely. But because it's not, the only fair way to do it is to have contested attack rolls. It's, yeah.
What would he dodge against, though?
He's the he knows cybernetics. He's seen monofilament whips before. So they're very hard to dodge, and they're particularly lethal weapon. But it's not like it would be impossible. And without any other way of determining how to decide the success of combat, we'll rely on the combat rules. So to dodge, it'll be his reaction and agility, right?
Reaction and intuition, and he'll
Reaction agility.
the monofilament rip has a reach of 2, I believe, Trey,
Yeah, it does.
which will reduce his dodge pool.
All right.
So
So
-2 dodge. Unless he has reach as well.
he does, yeah, but only one. No, he doesn't. He's not a troll. He's an orc. He has no reach. Okay, so -2 for the increased reach. All right. He gets 3 successes, which is not enough. He tangles himself up pretty severely in your monofilament whip. Your trap is set really well, and he falls right for it, running straight into it and cutting himself up really severely without you even having to move your wrist. So it's 1 net success. Physical 8, is it? So 9 points of damage, I think.
No, it's 12, so 13 points, and then -8 for the armor.
-8. My goodness. All right. He's not wearing the mil-spec armor that the other trolls were wearing. Where is his armor? Here. Man. I'll find it soon, I hope. All right. Cool. So, what did you say? 14 damage, -8, right?
13, -8.
13, -8. He resists 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of it. So it's a severe injury. He gets wrapped up and entangled in it, and it begins chopping deep into his throat and into his muscles, cutting all the way down to his plated bones. It's a devastating attack. But it wasn't him that was wheezing. It was the tiger. The tiger bounds along.
Fucking tiger.
Leaps straight over the shaft and into hand-to-hand combat with you. Um, 7, 12. Okay, cool. I did that wrong. All right. So yeah, the tiger comes bounding in towards you in a almost comically clumsy attack. Doesn't quite glitch, but it comes dangerously close to glitching. Make your dodge roll. Done. And you manage to wrestle the cyber tiger in its own lair and keep it from so much as laying a claw or fang upon it. That's when the crocodile rushes in, and you got the crocodile below, the tiger on top. You're being attacked from all sides. All right, come on, cyber crocodile. He gets he gets in there a lot more successfully than the tiger does. Make another dodge check. This time at a -1.
I am going to drop my initiative by 5 to add my gymnastics score to this. That's how that works, right? Melee
Yep,
attack.
yep. That's it.
Yep.
You rolled. Somehow I didn't even see the roll. Probably because they were both 5 successes. I don't know. Maybe I'm just fucking dumb. Doesn't matter. It's a grazing hit, and so the crocodile scratches you with its titanium-plated teeth, but it can't get a grip. And you're fighting a cyber tiger, a cyber crocodile, and a cyber muay thai all at once, and you've yet to be injured.
He doesn't have toxin injectors? Lame.
There's not actually, no. They focused on muscle replacements, on bone lacing, on wired reflexes. They're quite focused in their approach. Ricochet.
I think I will. I think I will spray Chef with a long burst.
All right.
Actually, no. Not long burst. Sorry, what they call it, semi-automatic tap thing, 3-round burst.
How many dice will he lose for that?
He'll lose 2 dice.
All right.
I'm using gel rounds, by the way.
Okay.
I will edge this test because I'm not that great with pistols.
Good idea.
Oh shit! No, they forgot Smart Link. Yep. Any penalties, Arctic?
No, none at all.
I think he gets a penalty on his dodge check for being in melee combat, though.
Aha.
Holy shit!
I think you hit.
I rolled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But except I rolled 1, 2, 4, 3, 5. I'm fucking disappointed. I'm really disappointed because I rolled 1, 2, 4, 3, 5. Piss me off.
I thought you were counting your successes there for a second.
No. It's a 1 success. I want to screenshot this, but it's not worth it.
It's not quite yet.
It's not. It's like getting a royal flush, but one of the cards is the wrong house. Anyway,
It's like when you're buying gas and Toto's like,
So what you're saying,
901.
It's not like getting a royal house at all.
It's completely unlike it. It's more like getting fuck all, Tim. That's what it's like. And that's what he just got. Fuck all. You got 10 net successes.
Yep. And I spent edge, so I get to count all of them. That is 18 stun damage.
All right.
This is the worst any man's ever been shot in the face with a gel round. Jesus. 18 damage. You could fucking KO a troll with this pistol shot.
He gets 4 successes for a total of 14. Fuck, that's gonna take him out. And yes,
And also, Jolly Rounds get bonuses on knockdown tests as well. So if it didn't knock him out, it probably would have put him on his ass.
You have subdued him. Trey, there's a tiger, there's a crocodile.
I should have dropped down to 26 for that. I don't know why the fuck this won't do it. Yeah, and then so if we drop everything by 10, I'll be at 16.
Yep.
Damn, that tiger got fucking wide reflexes. Jesus.
Yes, it does.
Fucking
The
hell.
tiger and the crocodile both got wide reflexes.
Do I still have use of the monofilament whip?
You sure do.
I will use that on the tiger, and I will edge that. For 9.
All right. That's going to be more than the fucking tiger. It reduces it by 4, so 5 net hits.
That's
The tiger doesn't have
17
a lot of
feet.
armor. Ooh, fuck.
And 17p at -8.
Yeah, the tiger has no armor, save for its tigerness. And -8 is. Will armor piercing carry over into body? It doesn't,
No,
does it? Right?
That's
No.
the big difference. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. All right. Well, let's do it. It does not have 8 armor. I can assure you of that. Yeah, and it rolled a single success on 8 dice for its body resistance. So you kill the tiger as well.
I love that tiger.
It was a nice tiger. The crocodile. We saw how they could mangle the tracks of a tank. Let's see if they can do the same to a party member. So
I will
Trey.
again.
Yep.
Drop by 5
All right.
and add my gymnastics to my dodge.
You'd think that a crocodile would be able to get more than 2 successes off 14 dice, wouldn't you? All right.
I'm not far behind it.
True, but you're far enough in front of it to show that mammals won the great race.
Hello?
Hello,
I thought my Discord had stopped
Ricochet.
working.
Ricochet. Let's finish this.
All right. I think I will. Jolly Rands, I'm just not expecting them to do a whole lot against the crocodile. So I think I'm gonna. Fuck, I don't really have any long range melee weapons though. Fuck it, combat knife and just try and drive it through its skull.
Brilliant.
And fuck it, I'll edge this one too.
You might as well.
Shit, that's the wrong macro. Doo-doo.
Ooh, that's pretty good. The crocodile is not very agile, but it is remote controlled, which gives it something of an edge in some situations, but not this one. 5 net hits.
Alright, so that drops me down to 3. Sorry, I've got 5 net hits. Alright,
Yes.
so that is 14 physical damage minus 3 armor penetration.
Ain't got no armor. They didn't bone lace the crocodiles.
I thought maybe just crocodile hide would give him some armor.
Yeah, maybe it does, but it wouldn't be 3. But maybe it does. Yeah.
Anyway, 14 physical.
All right, here we go. Gets a total of a success on 8 dice. You kill the crocodile as well in a fitting conclusion to the campaign.
She's a beauty.
Triumphant. You scout the entire facility. There's no sign of anyone else. You were able to recover Long March's body with her now mangled cyberware. There's no sign of death roll. He, in fact, got away a fairly long time ago. He swam underneath the water, crocodile style, just went for it and disappeared through the river more than a week ago. He's been gone for a while. But you do manage to secure the facility. There is Deltaware cybernetics here. It's designed for animals, unfortunately, so it's not that fucking useful to you, I suppose, unless you want to get some tiger cyber jaws or maybe the wired reflexes of a reptilian nervous system. But there's lots of shit here. Amazing shit. If you plunder it, you'll all likely become millionaires, but then you'll have to try to escape from Thailand somehow. Cambodia, Greater Thailand, if you prefer, since it's kind of part of Thailand now, bitch. Anyway, that's how this all ends. What about you guys? What do you do? Having cracked open this operation, having taken the chef as a hostage, what do you do?
Well, see, we have two options. We can tie Chef up, hog tie him, gift wrap him, put in a call to Mr. Johnson, and then load everything of value here on a plane and leave the country forever. Or we can, I guess, follow through with our contract, even though it's essentially fulfilled at this point.
Couldn't we do both? Get all the cyberware out, load up the animals, and because you got to figure the pay data on how they did all this has got to be worth a mint too.
Absolutely.
Certainly.
And then you fly it out while me and Ricochet can deliver Chef to Johnson.
Works for me.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I'll modify it for short takeoff and landing. So Godfather will bring the plane down, probably in like the parking lot or some shit if there's room.
Yeah, no, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I guess we'll start fucking picking the place for anything of value.
Oh man, like, you know what's really valuable is the animals themselves. Like, wildlife is the third biggest trade, fourth biggest. Might be third. I think it goes guns, then drugs, then wildlife. It's a big trade. So the animals themselves are worth a mint. The cybernetics are worth an equal amount. It's a cybernetics facility as well. It's not just chunks of cyber gear, but actually a place for installing them. I could go on and on. The infrastructure, the property, the used parts of the vehicles that were slightly inconvenienced by phosphorus. And in any way you look at it, you're all millionaires.
Yeah, we focus on like pay data, like exactly what they were, how they were developing Deltaware for animal weaponization, any Deltaware samples, basically anything expensive and portable.
Sure. And it seems, although you probably already had some suspicions of this up already, I'm sure you did. It seems that it was all a data gathering exercise too. There is a lot of data here, but it's not conspiratorial. It's rather analytical. It's like like they were testing the viability of dressing a patrol in mil-spec armor, giving it a machine gun, and seeing whether it could hold its own against the troop of Shadowrunners. As much as anything, it seems that this was quality assurance for production for products.
Evo, I'm guessing.
Mostly, not entirely. It was between Evo primarily, with also some assistance from Ares, and I think Mitsuhama might have been the other one as well. Yeah, they basically had enough clout between them. 1/3 of the United Nations Big Ten. They had enough clout between them that they were able to get a motion moved through the courts, which would shut down the region in the name of insurgency. Like there's an insurgency going on, we need to shut it down for specific regions, and the three megas were able to convince 2 or 3 other megas to support this if you support my other bill in some other completely unrelated matter, and that gave them the authority to basically just shut the whole country down so that it could be used as a weapons testing.
But yeah, I guess our father will package, or probably not as a whole, but he'll piece it up and auction it off on the Matrix web. And yeah, we'll recover the Deltaware for resale. And once everything of value is loaded into a plane, our father will get it into the air and put a call in for Ricochet and Trey to deliver our package to Mr. Johnson.
I didn't really understand that last bit.
Yeah. Can we find a way to control those elephants?
Yeah, short answer is yes. They're radio controlled, so as long as you've got a superior hacker, and the only reason they were putting up so much resistance was because they were it was field tests. So the short answer is yes.
Because then we could just dangle Chef from the trunk or from the tusk and ride the elephants in.
You want to impale Chef on the tusk of an elephant and ride him to
No, like just
Well, he's unconscious.
like dangle him from it.
Okay,
it's just tie him to one with a piece of string.
Is that after you gelded him or before?
Definitely after. That would have been one of the first things Trey did.
What a pointless question that was. I did not need to. All right, no worries. Okay, so you've got Chef dangling over the tusks of your radio-controlled elephant as you parade him through the streets of Siem Reap. It makes it to CNN by the time you've reached the city, it's already a news bulletin around the world. And I guess we can call that a very successful ending. The Thais honour their agreement with you. They don't execute you. They consider putting a missile in your plane when you leave, but there's too many people watching on Facebook, so they can't do that. It wouldn't look good. So they honour the agreement. After all, they got what they wanted. In fact, the Corps got what they wanted. They got the data that they sought. Ayutthaya got the power and the land and the influence that he sought. The only real losers, I suppose, are the Cambodians themselves.
I mean, they were losing when we showed up, and they were losing when we left.
Yeah, I guess I should specify the Cambodian government is the only real loser. Yeah, as you say, they had a pretty bad show when you were here, so it's not like things have gotten that much worse.
What happens to Button Bong and the tunnel?
It falls eventually. Oh no, I guess it wouldn't without any more resistance to apply. I don't know it would because Killing Fields is still up there, so it would fall eventually, and would go. But there would be an ongoing civil dispute there permanently. So business as usual, really. The chaos continues, just with different fighters.
my one epilogue note is you remember that fucking real estate company that refused to give us our money back after selling us a shit safe house? I will use my new multimillionaire money to purchase an Ares Garuda drone missile and level their local headquarters.
Jesus. Nice.
I suppose Venom probably wouldn't leave Cambodia because like he went there for like enlightenment. He probably hasn't gotten that like being with the Shadowrunners. So he'll probably buy up like the club and just like find it like make his initiation circle. Now that they're like he can actually just focus on that.
I like that.
Yeah,
Trey would probably move the Kinsu and the kids to the zoo.
Brian, what happens with Brian? Like, now that pretty much the war's over?
Oh, I mean, I guess that's up to you. You're the one holding her prisoner.
Yeah, we're the ones we got her locked in a meat freezer.
If you hand her over to Ares, I'll put prisons that down in Guantanamo Bay or something.
Trey would probably take care of that on the sly.
Too easy.
You just
And,
put
you
them
know,
over there.
like an Epstein sort of thing. She would have committed suicide.
I mean, that's not very.
Clockwork style.
Exactly.
Also, she wasn't quite ready to like swap sides and just.
Trey probably wouldn't have given her that option.
Yeah, I don't think that there was.
She probably would have tried hanging herself with a monofilament whip.
Yeah. And
So decapitation by gravity, then.
Well, I guess we can all say goodbye to the internet then.
Yeah, she
can.
abstained
For
herself.
the last time. All right, internet. Thank you for listening.
Night, internet.
And yeah, stay safe in Southeast Asia, everybody.
What does
Goodbye.
G9 do? I think
Gonna kill her campaign.